Hello everyone, welcome to Friday! You made it! Congrats! We have reached the end of another week, and I see that people in the chat are being very wise and having cozy soups and yummy things today, because it's a rainy, cold November day here. So I think soup and spicy gumbo sounds amazing. Hey little necromancer, how are you doing? How's your week been? Oh, we're so glad that you're here. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Biscuit Brigade. I think we're having a fight in the chat over whose mug is being used to hold the delectable soup. Awesome. I'm glad your week's been going well. I can't believe we're actually already at the end of another week. I've been busy this week, and I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh shoot, it's Friday. I don't know if you guys have had the same experience this week, but it's been pretty crazy for me. I'm just gonna do a little quick change here. There we go. Just had to adjust some audio stuff. There we are. I'm back now. Oh, I'm so glad to be here with you all. I'm so glad to spend my Friday afternoons with you guys. It's a real pick-me-up. I know, thank goodness it's Friday. Seriously. Oh, it would have been amazing to do a collab. I've never actually played Elden Ring with anyone in co-op. I've actually activated all the little beacons that let you do it, because I'm always like, oh, I gotta check every box in every area, but I've never actually co-opted, and I'm too chicken to PvP. So I did the PvP thing once just to unlock the quest with Vare, and literally I would invade someone's world and then jump off a cliff and kill my character so that I didn't have to PvP. Aw, that's wonderful. OG Prison says, this makes having to send awful emails this afternoon so much better, so thank you. Aw, I'm glad it's improving your day. Sometimes Fridays are like crunch days, right? You get in and you're at work and you're like, I have to get all the emails out, all the publications, all the news, get everything tidied away. And so sometimes you just need, like, I used to wear a cozy sweater in the winter on Fridays because I was like, it needs something sometimes when it's one of those crunch days. Curry says, I'm building Minecraft MMORPG. Been coding and building bosses and raids and even made an underground tavern. That's amazing. That is so creative. I'm terrible at coding, so I wouldn't even know how to begin, to be honest with you. Aw, thank you, Curry. He says, Kooky streams are the best part of my week. Aw, well, you guys are the best part of my week. I've been prepping this week for this episode. I did a little questing in Liurnia so that we have lined up for us some exciting areas, and I was able to find the map finally. It actually was only a couple of feet from the bonfire, the site of grace. I was like, how did I miss that streamer blindness? I tell you, it's a real thing. So what we are going to be doing, I can give you a little sneaky peek. I've labeled things so I'm organized. We have the village of the Albinorix, and then I thought we would proceed up towards this lovely castle because there's a nice challenging boss and a lot of story there, and then maybe meander our way up to this horrible tunnel that will lead us to another section. I thought that'd be kind of fun. If we have extra time, I'll take on the castle where the main boss is, but I have a feeling that'll probably fill most of our time, unless I'm doing amazing, which would be wonderful, but my expectations are low for a Friday, you know what I mean? So that's the plan for today. I did want to let you guys know, on the Tuesday stream, I had mentioned we'd probably be doing ESO this Tuesday, but I've switched things up a bit. So this Tuesday, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're actually going to be playing Pal World. I've been doing it on my YouTube channel, and I thought it would be fun because I'm almost at 300 subscribers on YouTube to do a little foray into Pal World. I'm a level 40, and I'm learning how to do the fishing and the breeding farm and trying to unlock the last areas. It's a really fun game, really quirky. I think you guys will enjoy it. There's cute animals, there's farming, building, crafting, and war. Lots of war, and a very dark sense of humor. So it's a perfect combo. So if you want to join us for that, it'll be Tuesday at 2 p.m. But today is Elden Ring, and I'm excited. I'm excited to strap in for a most excellent adventure. I figured we'd start off at the village of the Albinaurics and see what awaits us there, because it's the grayest area. OG Princess says, sounds like a great adventure. It sounds awesome. Can't wait. I think you'll enjoy it. I even have unlocked a pal that is as close to a unicorn as you can get. So I feel like Disney Princess will enjoy that. It's very colorful. All the colors of the rainbow. But this is the village of the Albinaurics. I made my way up here, which was hazardous. I like the emoji. That's a wise choice. I feel like they should have like a dancing T-Rex one that's like trying to do the Macarena but can't quite because his little stubby hands don't reach. I can sympathize with that. I sympathize with the stubby arms not reaching things. Are you guys similar where you're like, my little hands can't reach? I don't know if you ever watched Meet the Robinsons, but I've never been able to look at T-Rexes the same way ever since. They're just, that video series ruined me for T-Rexes. We're here in a mystical area. I'm gonna bring out my little get-along gang of demi-humans. Maku says, I just don't think you thought this through. Exactly! The T-Rex there. But boss, my little hands, I can't reach. I just don't think you thought this through. It is such a great movie, and it makes so much more sense when you realize that they had to redo it last minute before putting it into production. And then you're like, that makes so much sense, and I love what they did with it. I love it. Oh, these perfumers. You know, when I put on perfume, this never happens. I don't burst into flames. I don't know what you're putting in your perfume, but it's probably pretty flammable. Too much alcohol content. Maku says, I've got a big head and little arms. Exactly. The eternal T-Rex problem. And archaeologists now, like when I look at it now, what the archaeologists are saying for T-Rexes, they've made the arms even tinier. They are like the smallest little stubbins. Like the poor thing, if it laid down, it's never getting back up again. Ever. I'm like, I mean, it's still cool. It still looks good. It's just those little tiny stubby arms. They're like, they probably use them for like attracting a mate. And I'm like, you've got like half-foot long arms, little T-Rex. Now, here's one of these moments in Elden Ring where you sit there and you're like, how did someone figure this out? Because you can see the notes, which means rolling is required, but this is actually an NPC quest, believe it or not.
Please, no.
There he is.
I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one.
Not a one.
Oh, please leave me be.
I can't. There's a quest attached to you, my good man.
Wait then. You're not one of them?
Nope.
Well, what a relief.
Got a bad cough there, son.
Oh, goodness me. I'm Albus.
Disney Princess says, I think he may have hurt his back. Just a little.
We're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything.
Cursemongers, that's an awesome word.
Wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion?
I would love to look after this medallion.
Keep it out of the cursemongers' hands.
Oh yeah, I'll keep it out of their hands. That's what I'm good at.
And if you should meet
Petrichor says, that's what I use my arms for too.
Then please give it to her.
How's it going? I feel like I would use mine for desperate hand signals. Curious count. Oh, Kooky, I found a great hammer with a lot more poise break in Stormvale Castle. It's called the Brick Hammer. I found it! I had to go back because I literally forgot how to jump in this game. How sad is that? Because it's literally just the A/X button depending on what controller you're on. But I'll show you. I have it in my pockets. These awesome Mary Poppins bag pockets. Look, Brick Hammer. And I've been slowly leveling it up so that it can be as powerful as the one I'm wearing. Because it has B scaling and strength. So the stronger we get, the more effective I feel this one will be. It's amazing. I love hammers. You must have incredibly deep pockets. You do! You can stick anything in your pockets in a game. It's just the weight of it that gets you, not the size. You can put a whole ladder in your pockets if you want. You can put an NPC. These guys were in my pockets. All of them. You can put anything. They're very lightweight, though, being ghosts.
A chosen land awaits us, Albinorix. The
I love his
medallion
accent.
is the key that leads to the city. It's
He
only
says,
a quaint
awesome, it can
treasure
drop a giant
for
in
we
2
who cannot
heavy
make
hits.
the
That's
journey.
impressive.
But for dear
That is
Latenna,
super impressive. I am
it is
also been
needed
leveling up the Bloodhound's
to
Fang,
fulfill
I think
her
it is.
purpose.
Just in case for like a fast sword one. And I figure at some point I'm gonna go try and run into Caelid to get the great sword, the classic great sword. I think people usually call it the berserk weapon, the standard
my
berserk
legs
weapon.
will soon fade, and with them my life.
Oh no!
Alas, this is the immovable fate of all Albinorix.
The legs are the first to go. That's a pretty grim disease. Uh-oh. There you go, your soul's moment. Wow, good thing you handed me that medallion. You were like 2 breaths away from death. I like the fact you're saying it can drop a giant in 2 hits. That's amazing. There's something to be said for poise damage, right? Sometimes it doesn't like have the biggest damage, but if you can break poise, you can do anything. Anything, I say. Now that guy was actually super important because in order to reach a whole section of the game, you need that medallion. And he's literally just a random pot. So I figure there's somebody who played this game who just ran around rolling in circles, basically everywhere, just every pot. They were like Link with a vendetta against pots. I'm going to smash everything. Anything could be an NPC. And I thank that person or I'd never know. Disney Princess says, I hope that wasn't contagious. Me too. I'm glad that when my legs went, I didn't just die. It's like, sorry, my legs are gone. There goes hope for me. Curry says, I was going to whisper you earlier today on Twitch, but I wasn't sure if that was okay or not. Yeah, you can send a whisper. I don't always reply to things right away, just because I only have so much typing I can do in a day. But feel free to send messages. Let's see here. My boys here have already found madness ahead. All right. Let's go take on... Oh no, magic Albinorix. I'm really weak against magic. I need a good shield. Let me know if you guys know of any really good shields in the game that I could use to deflect magic. But I'm a little wussy to it, and this whole area is magic. If you couldn't tell from all the blue everywhere. Let me see here. Oops. Grab myself an extra flask. I don't even think I have room for it. I really need a blue one. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Can I call these guys a second time? Maybe. I can't remember. So what are your guys' plans for this weekend? Does anyone have anything cool coming up? I'm going to be trying to work on some editing and stuff. And then also, if I can, I've been working on some emojis. So I'm learning things. Kooky is learning things. So hopefully, in about a week or so, I should have a couple for you guys. Oh, you're going to see a play tomorrow? Uh-oh. That's amazing. What one are you going to go see? Plays are wonderful. Listen here, you. A Christmas Carol? That's amazing! I love A Christmas Carol! My family is like mildly obsessed with it. We like usually watch, we have like 14 versions on video, and like we sort of watch our way through it leading up to Christmas. So that would definitely be up our alley. I like that it's such a happy play, right? Most of Dickens' stories end terribly. He was the soul's writer of his day. But that one has a happy ending. The Muppet version is clearly the best. I would agree. It's a wonderful version. And the musical. Curry says, oh man, I have to make 1,000,000 trips emptying the last of my parents' house. There's so many knickknacks for my mom. She collects anything she sees is pretty. All the figurines. And they're probably all breakable too. That's what makes it challenging. Executed Toast agrees that the Muppets is the best one. Muppets make everything better. And I have to admit, Michael Caine did an amazing job acting with the Muppets. Like, he makes it like... He's like, yes, I am literally acting with Shakespearean actors as Rizzo runs around and Gonzo. It just, like, adds a special touch to the whole thing. Oh, I hope the move goes well. I hope you're able to get through it. It's always tricky moving people's stuff, especially if they haven't decided where they want it put yet, and you're just kind of standing there, where do I put this? And they're like, well, we could put it over there, or maybe over here. If you could just put it in the hall until we decide. And you're like, my legs are breaking. Make a decision quickly. I think, like, of the live-action Christmas Carol ones, my favorite is probably Alistair Sim, because it's the one I grew up with. But the George C. Scott one is pretty good. If you want a really weird one, there's like an old one. I'm mind blanking on the name of the actor. But the kid who plays Tiny Tim is like 12 or 13. And so everything he says ends up being really weird. Query says, I made them decide where they wanted their furniture before, and I would move it because it's so heavy. See, that's good planning. That's teamwork right there. You know you've done more than one move in your life when you're like, let's make the decisions first. Maku says, the Mr. Magoo one where Tiny Tim haunts your dreams? That's another one that's like a slightly creepy Tiny Tim. And razzleberry dressing. It is also a musical. And it's a great one. It is funny if you ever watch the Mr. Magoo cartoons. I enjoyed it. I was thinking of the black and white one, though. It's like from like the 1940s or something. And like Scrooge is wearing a bald cap in it. The very obvious one. Hey, Matthew535, welcome to the chat. We're so glad you're here. Yes, this is my first ever strength build. I have played Elden Ring before, but as a dexterity intelligence build. And so this is my first time learning the power of strength. So right now we're anchors awaying it, but as I increase my strength, I'm hoping to get some more chunky weapons. Because there's so many weapons in the game I wanted to wield, like you just want to try it out, right? And then you're like, no, I'm completely dex, so this will not work. I did that area. Besides, what's better for a halfling than to have a weapon that's like twice the size of you? It just makes you feel so powerful. What class should you pick? Well, what playstyle do you like? Do you like to get up front with everyone, like be right in their face, or do you prefer to stand back far away and like wield from the side? Because intelligence is really strong, magic is really strong in this version, and there's some really good spells if you like to stand back, in which case like astrologer or prisoner are good starting ones if you're kind of like trying to decide. If you're doing strength, oh, you like arcane, so a bleed build, you might want to try the samurai then. It starts with an uchi katana, which has bleed on it, and so if you go to an early cave, dungeon, you can get a second uchi katana and dual wield them like from almost the start of the game. And I've heard that's pretty fun. And then later on, you can upgrade to Rivers of Blood, the best arcane weapon, or Moog Spear if you want to be a little trendy. But bleed is very powerful in this one too, so you will be a rock star for sure. Also, Samurai has pretty good starting armor, so if you're like well used to Souls games, that won't be an issue. But if you're brand new to them, that can be really life and death handy. Curry says, I added pets in Minecraft too. There's a wolf that teleports through enemies, damaging them. Okay, that's cool. I think they should just add that to Minecraft in general. I think that would just be a good quality of life addition, don't you? Some bosses don't bleed. This is true. Some do not bleed. I think there's like a boss for every build that, so like I was a intelligence build, and facing the boss of this area was a pain because she's resistant to it. And so I feel like they did like a boss for everyone, like one that's not like poise breakable, one that's not a bleed, and all that stuff. Hey Natsu, welcome to the chat. We're so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is your week going? Hopefully well. I'm hoping that you're heading into a nice, chill, relaxing weekend. We're all enjoying a little cozy. This is my cozy game for Friday, Elden Ring. It's so cozy. I don't know if I'll survive this fall. It looks a little high, but... Thank you for the follow, Matthew535. We're so glad you're here. Yes. And all the best on your Elden Ring journey. I'm excited to see. You're going to have to come with your epic stories. You're like, guys, I have found the perfect arcane combination. There actually are, especially with the DLC, a lot more arcane weapons for you to try out that are pretty powerful and cool. I love it when games make it so any build is viable. Like, there's some that are stronger maybe, but any of them you can chew through enemies. I know we're 5 away from our first 100 followers. Yay! So much excitement. So much excitement. Curry says, I made a great sword class called Guardian, Archer, Arcanist, Sword, and Rogue class. Ooh, short sword. Okay, I get you there. Oh, you're gonna make an art book with your journey in it? That's cool. You should do like it's like a photo album. You just go around and like take all the shots. Here I am with Radon. Here I am being smote by Radon from the heavens. This is my wonderful memories of my trip in through the lands between. I think it's a great idea. I like all your classes you pick, Curies. Those sound amazing. I would like, you know, it's almost like you could do like a passport thing as you go through all the different lands and the lands between, because each one looks so different. You can really like glam it up, like have red pages for Caelid. To clarify, we're not talking about Radon from Godzilla, right? He could be. This could be his alternate existence. He's sort of like a Godzilla, kinda. Let them fight, says Maku. Let them fight. You guys are gonna love, if you've never seen it, you're gonna love the Radon fight. It's trippy. But it's one of those ones that when you first do it, you die a ton, because you're like, what is going on? But later you're like, that was my favorite fight. It was so epic. It's really funny how they did it, in general. I really appreciate that Souls developers do have a pretty big sense of humor. Like, when you're playing in it, you're like, oh, you guys, you did that on purpose. They're like, yep, totally did. And of course, inevitable poison swamp is inevitable. All right, let's see. I gotta save them for the other fight. I was gonna use them to fight these guys, these disappearing magicians. I'm intrigued, though. Clearly, there'll be no Mothra airstrike. You know what, though? You know what? In Dark Souls Remastered, you do fight a giant moth. It's a butterfly, but I think it could count as a moth, technically. So, you know, there is technically a Mothra, and there's dragons, which could count as Godzilla. It's really not so different if you think about it. Only in Sekiro is there a giant ape for King Kong. Curie says, Radon is epic. My favorite was the last area where you fight in a blizzard. Oh, the consecrated snowfields? Oh, that one was brutal. I mean, it's very cool, and there's a lot of good stuff in it, but it is brutal. The OG Disney Princess says, excellent points and spoilers. Yes, upcoming areas. There is a snow area. There is fire areas. There is magic areas. It should have earth. All the elements are present. I gotta remember where the secret dungeon is here. I don't want to do it. But I do have the power of heals now, so it might be easier. Petrichor says, try finger butthole. Oh, yes. You cannot go 2 feet. You cannot go 2 feet in this game without coming across that. Ah, there it is. Excellent. I mean, not excellent. This is a terrible fight. Okay. I need to be prepared. I'm gonna need a heal. I don't want to do this. That's okay. We're gonna do it anyway. I said speaking to myself. Okay. Let's go. You guys, distract him. I'm gonna drink this elixir of protection, hopefully. I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna just drink things. I'm gonna put this on. And let's... Oh no, come back! I need you to stand in the circle of pain. There you go. Oh, that felt so good. Sorry, that felt so good. Oh my gosh, do you know how annoying that fight is if you can't do that? Do you know how hard that boss is if you can't kill them with heals? It is really hard. It is really, really, really hard. That is so much easier. Guys, if you have never played as a Faith build, that's how you beat Revenants. So much better than running and screaming for your life. Aw, it's okay, Curries, don't worry. Disney Princess, you got this, Kooky, we did have it! Executo said, those are the worst enemies in the game, and you made it look like nothing. It's because they're weak to heals. I'm terrible with them. I am terrible. They're one of my least favorite enemies in the game. When I was a magic build, you're just going backwards. You're throwing spells at them. You're dying over and over, getting slapped in the face by like 6 hands. It's awful. They're barfing on you. They're teleporting. But then I found a thing and they're like, by the way, heals kill them really quickly. And I was like, what? I've been running and screaming this whole time when all I needed was a tiny bit of faith? A little mustard seed of faith, you might say? And yep, that's all it took. That's all it took. So much easier. Digibus says, I'll forgive you. Curry says, running and screaming is funny to watch, though. It is funny to watch. Don't worry, you will see a lot of it, because especially the next boss we face, I will be running and screaming. Because I faced them when I could wield magic from afar, and now I must get up close. Maku says, as a healer, I always appreciated the undead are weak to heals trope. I know, right? It's super handy sometimes. Disney Princess says, and see here, I was thinking that this game must be so easy because of how flawlessly you've been playing. Ah, thank you. Well, I wouldn't say it's flawless, but you're being very generous and kind. It has been very flawed gameplay. Anyone who is a true strength build is looking at me and shaking their head. That armor, that shield, that weapon, come now, small child. Small little halfling child, and I'm like, but I'm having fun. I'm having so much fun, Father. Kooky gave me unrealistic expectations about the easiness of Souls. I will say this, Souls is easy once you get the hang of the mindset. Up until then, not so easy. And there's still really tough fights. But it's not as hard as sometimes it gets made out to be. Disney Princess says, I have a feeling I die every 30 seconds. There are definitely times that you do. Particularly against certain bosses when you don't know what their weakness is and you walk in and they just like there's one that we're gonna face for this area. And she has an attack called Kama d'Azur, which is literally like a laser beam to the face. And sometimes you just like, I'm gonna walk into the arena and you step in and get fried. Like just 2 little empty boots are standing there where your body used to be, a smoking husk. And you're like, okay, so where do we go from this? How was I supposed to be prepared for this? Executo says, naked with a hammer is the only way to play. It's the only way to live life, really. Nobody bothers you. People give you space. You get your own seat on the GO train. I wonder if like someone going to like a Comic-Con went as like, let me solo her and just had like a giant pot on their head and a loincloth. Curry's account says, this game taught me true patience. This is true. You learn perseverance, patience, and how to look up strategy guides online. Mystery Cat says, same. Maku says, Souls-likes are easy as long as you get good. Kooky 2025. That's one for the wall, the inspirational wall, right there. Petricor agrees with Executed Toes. I agree, however, my preferred is naked with a katana. Ah, he wants to be naked, but make others bleed. Curry says, the final boss took me 300 tries after I killed Millennia in 2 tries. The magic resistance becomes real. I've heard he's really resistant to a lot of things, even after they nerfed him, which is crazy. OG Princess says, this sentence greatly concerns me about being naked with a large hammer is the only way to be. You roll faster. You can outrun your enemies. And if you're like Kooky, you are so pale, you can blind them by reflecting the sun in their eyes. It's a great strategy. Looky here, a friendly troll in the game. Here we go.
Well,
hey, EG.
Look at you.
I'm going to take a sip of water.
We don't receive many visitors. I presume you are tarnished? What brings you here?
Death, mainly. I'm on a quest, I'm on an adventure, and I need you to equip me with the weapons of war.
Oh, pardon me. It's hardly my place to ask, is it? I am...
Out of curiosity, does he have a Welsh accent? For anyone who knows?
Served the Carian royals. An old codger who refuses to retire his rusty hammer.
Very sing-songy.
So here I am, Still quietly plying my trade.
Maku says you can bind them because nobody wants to see that. Yeah, they'll cover their eyes for you. It's great.
These bones are old.
Disney Princess says, can he read me a story? I love his voice. I know, right? He has such a good accent. I can talk to him again so you can hear him. The accents in this game are actually really nice. You're just like, for how crazy the game is, I just want to sit and listen to the NPCs talk. Curie says, oh no, the hands, Kooky. And Disney Princess redeems stretch. Oh, thank you. I am going to stretch. If you hear cracking, it's just an old halfling's bones. Executed Toast says, clarification, naked in the game. And I am checking my posture thanks to Executed Toast. I did try to put something in so that it'll pop up a little alert when you guys redeem stuff, just that's a little celebration alert. So let me know if it's not showing in the chat because I had to work on it. Kooky had to be technical.
When I'm absorbed in my smithing, I lose sight of all else. If you come too close, I'm apt to cause you harm. I am, after all, terribly large compared to you.
He is, he's a big friendly giant.
You don't know how hard it is not to break anything while I work.
I want to know where you went to get books that big, because I would love a book that is literally the size of a 12-person table. Imagine how thick and heavy the pages would be to turn. Executed Toast is potentially in trouble for his gaming strategies. That is most excellent indeed.
Brave Tarnished. A word of warning, if you please.
Yes, E.G. of the Mirrored Helm.
This territory once belonged to the Carian royal family.
Of course.
Their manor lies not far beyond this point.
Uh-huh.
When the Raya Lucari Academy turned on the Carians, the Knights of the Cuckoo descended on this tract.
Wouldn't you
After
love to be the
leveling
Knights
it,
of the Cuckoo?
They carried on to the manor. The Carians were taken off guard.
Oh, Jesus. I really hope he doesn't drop that book on you. It would squash your character. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever saw the series The Borrowers. It's like an old 90s series, 80s, 90s, I think. And you're like, they're like little tiny people and everything is huge. That's what it would be like. Like, look at this.
Unless you wish to lie with the corpses of the heedless Knights of the Cuckoo.
I do not wish to lie with the heedless Knights of the Cuckoo. I'm cuckoo enough on my own.
Blythe actually did that.
Curry stands proud. I am a cuckoo knight. That's right. I'm crazy, but I'm proud of it. Maku says it made a resurgence this year, actually randomly. That's interesting.
At any rate,
I grew up watching it. It was really cute.
I've something else that might suit you.
Ooh, a gift. Excellent. Ooh. Lowers FP consumed by skills. Sure, I'll purchase your stuff. And he has somber smithing stones to level up specialty weapons. Excellent. There we go. Thank you, Mr. E.G. My big friendly giant. Look at the size of this hammer. Look at it. It's massive. This is what Kooky needs. I need a hammer the same size as my enemies. Mr. Cat says, not a knight, but certainly cuckoo. All right. I hear ya. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I kind of figured like, oh no, I forgot about this. Okay, quickly, horse. Horse, faster! Faster, horse! Ralph, you must hurry. We must flee. Magic is pouring down from the heavens. Imagine the swing time. It's true. But if you ever connected, oh, the hit would be sublime. And then you'd be like incredibly open, or possibly because of my halfling small frame, I just go flying out of the scene with the weight. The momentum of my weapon would doom me. Centrifugal forces, Cat. That's true. This is true, the centrifugal force. Physics, everyone, the most important course you can take in your life. Next to cooking, just so you can eat. Ah, rats. Poise break. No. Honestly, if I had rats this big in my house, I'd be cheesed. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. The rats don't find my humor appealing. They're feeling a little trapped. Those rats look like they could use some care. They could use some TLC. You know what it is? This is what happens when your rats don't have those cute little habit trail tunnels that they can run around in. They get all scruffy. They get all scruffy when they don't have the seeds and the little salt licks and the little gerbil ball. Rabies? Mange? Maybe it's scurvy. Maybe they're not getting enough veg. You know, with our nice anchor theme here. Maybe they just got really bad fleas. If that's the size of the rats, can you imagine the size of the fleas? Like, good lord. I don't even want to know. I mean, the spiders are huge here. The fleas are huge. I would assume. What if, like, I'm sitting one day on my horse and this giant flea the size of a pumpkin lands on it? They've been eating too many prawns. It's true. Hey, if I eat prawns, will I become massively huge? Because that could be helpful in this game. You might be able to see a flea circus. I could probably see the flea circus from a mile away if they're that big. I think the only one that managed to make fleas look cute was the Silk Song. I thought they made the fleas and that one looked so sweet. Guri says, are you scared of mice? That's the question. I'm actually not. Weirdly. I don't mind mice. I think they're really cute. I had guinea pigs growing up. And so rodents don't actually bother me. But if they were that big, I think I'd be a little, like, perturbed. You know what I mean? I think I'd be like, well, what are we feeding the mice here? Is there radiation nearby? And how do I get a hamster wheel big enough? Oh no, my horse. My one source of protection. Oh no, leave me alone. You crazy mages. I was a crazy mage once. Now I'm skittering about with my little strength build. You knocked me right off my horse. No, leave me alone. Ah. Alright, now we enter the thing that would scare me, for real. In real life. If I ever saw what's coming up, I would be terrified. I would not like it, not one iota. Alright, so we're in the manor that is associated with those cuckoo knights. But there is an enemy here that does not sleep. Can you see it in the fog straight ahead? The most uncanny valley of enemies ever. Do you see it up there? A big version? You know when they say, I'm gonna lay hands on this person? This is what they mean. Oh, good lord. Oh, biscuits and gravy. What monstrosities they've created. This is the world's worst thumb war, let me tell you. The worst part is they hide underground. Oh, I heard one. Oh no, okay. Ow! Great start. Excellent start. I'm about to bruise your knuckles. Okay, that went pretty good. Well, that's something, says OG Princess. Yeah, you know, like when you're like making your hands into spiders, walking them across the table? This is what happens when you go a step further and just hack off your hand and have it chase people. There are a million of them in here. And worst part, some of them are underground, like fingers up. And they just like squish you. It's awful. It's terrifying. The first time I saw them, I was like, are you kidding me? Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. He's talking. I don't think you're a friend, though. I hope you weren't a friend. You're not a friend anymore. Friend request denied. Didn't get me with your trap. Executo says they're getting way too handsy, literally. Maku says, welcome to the Uncanny Valley. It is the Uncanny Valley. They call it the manor. It should be, like the French spelling of meh for hands. All hands on deck. Oh no. Gonna get me. I've been trying to level up so much stuff that I'm like, I really need to put up my health. I'm a little bit squishy. Particularly against magic is what I found. Oh, the irony. Right, so we have Albinaurics and cloaks. But the worst part is the hands. These are the traps. See? Go ahead, explode. I'm over here. I just gotta watch for hands on the walls, which isn't the sentence I thought I'd say. I never thought, though, that, like, a pair of hands walking like a spider could be that creepy, but I think, like, I'm not leery against spiders, but I think it's creepier than a spider. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just really weird watching that thing come lurching towards you. All right. See? Look. It's a daddy hand and his little baby hands. It's a lot of hands. I'm gonna throw hands. Maybe I can snipe them? It's just easier than, like, actually fighting. Too bad y'all aren't weak to, I think they're weak to fire. Yeah. Ah, he's trying to flick me. They literally do flick you. And then they have, like, a magic beam. See, like, they roll? Look at them. They roll to try to put themselves out. It's just really weird. It's really weird. I don't know how else to put it. Ow, you flicked me. You jerk. You gave me the finger. Don't do... Oh, no, he's got me bound. But you can't reach me. Oh, I really don't like those. I know, right? I honestly think it's the creepiest enemy in the game. Like, everything else you kind of expect, right? Trolls, giants. But a severed massive hand that can shoot ring magic? I don't know. That was not on my bingo card. Oh, too short. A classic halfling problem. Taku says they look almost like something out of Little Nightmares. Yeah. Or Tim Burton. Like, this is A Nightmare Before Christmas. Isn't it one of the ones, is it like the Munsters or something? There's like a disembodied hand, or the Addams Family. Natsu says, man, this is really getting out of hand, but I'm bummed. Excellent punnage. Excellent. I can't put my finger on what's wrong. But he sure can. They're trying to nail me. I'll have to take a risk. Are you down there? Are you done? Stop it, you. Why won't you catch flame? So-and-so casts fireball. Oh, come on. That should have hit the little ones. Ah, there we go. Excellent. All right. Oh, my goodness. Adam's family had the hand. Excellent. Thank you. Nat says, the cat says, cousin it. Execute toast. The final evolution of the thing. Nat says, I've heard of warming your hands, but this is ridiculous. Exactly. I think it's a a noble strategy. I'm just keeping them warm on these frosty nights. Oh no. Too late. Shield. Quickly. Quickly. I don't want to do this again. See the hand? You see it, guys? There it is. Thank you for the follow, Natsu. Welcome to the Biscuit Brigade. What an interesting time to pick. You're our main hand, our main squeeze. Thank you so much for joining. We're so glad you're here. And what an atmospheric point in the misty, shrouded fogs. Can you imagine doing a thumb war with these suckers? Oh, it'd be terrifying. It was appointed time, says Maku. This is true. Ah, the unending puns. It's beautiful, glorious. A well-appointed pun is always a treat. It's punishing. There we go. You know what's the worst thing that could befall these creatures? A hangnail. A hangnail is their worst fate. And there's tons of goodies in this courtyard too. But I'm like, I was gonna do this one off stream, and then I'm like, no, you can't let people miss the wonder that is like so many hands. We gotta get up there somehow. Oh, so many fingers. Alright, there's probably a hand underground somewhere here. I think I can see it. Ah, there's two of them. Oh, it's a little baby. That's okay. OG Disney Princess, I wouldn't mind doing nail art on them. Can you imagine if they came out with a mod that put manicures? They just... Oh no, it's a French tip. Run. Run. It's so pointy. Or a nice square tip. Different attacks. You know, that'll be a game that'll come out at some point. It's a whole bunch of hands. And the manicured nails are their attack patterns. Like if it's like a a square tip, it's a cleaver. If it's a pointed tip, it's like stabbing damage. It'll happen. Oh man, lots of hands. So many hands. Ooh, it's rubbing its fingers. Like it's got an itchy finger. Which it probably does with this many fingers. Alright, alright. I'm going to call up... Oh, I can't. I must go in alone. Oh, this is great. Oh no! Hello! This could be death. Quickly. Oh no! I got the wrong vial! Oh, rookie mistake. I've been finger snatched. Mystery Cat says, someone must have made a mod like that already. I would think so. I would think someone would come up with something, we'll say, creative like that. Possibly disturbed like that. Well, if we did this side, well, why don't we try this side? Death is just an opportunity to explore. You can also quote me on that for 2025. Death is nothing but an opportunity to explore the land. To go in a different direction. I mean, all of it is just... See the fingers? And then they have like the little thingy in the middle? It's so bad. I wonder if I can hit them while they're down. Do you know how much dirt you get under your nails doing that? I could seriously wear this ring as like a belt. Ugh, so grim. I just want to know what person sat in a room and invented these. What person was sitting there going, yes, yes, my creation shall live. Like it's a wonderful, noble idea. Alright, did we get... Oh, there's another goodie there. Might as well. Ooh, that one has accessories. No! I hit you. You oversized glove closet. Oh man, that's the wrong one. I gotta remember to... Ah! I'm just... Ow! Listen. Listen. No high fives. No high five. Oh no! Okay, this is a bit too many fingers. Okay. I need something. Ah! No! You bad fingers! Don't lay hands on me! He's trying to give you a hand. Those rings must be heavy. I would think they're pretty solid. Oh, look, a door. Let's try going in there, everyone. It's probably locked. Oh, no! I was just trying to open the door! What are you, the doorman? Oh, no. My spleen. Yeah, fingers, man. Finger spiders. You're also really hairy fingers. Maybe it's his school ring, his class ring. Just give him a high five and they'll leave you alone. That's true. Maybe if I, like, snap my fingers. Ha ha ha. Get it? Break my fingers? Break these fingers. Alright. Maybe I just have to, not... Or high 20, I guess. More like 35. There's quite a few fingers. They're sort of like Godric the Grafted, but with fingers instead of, limbs. Maybe that's why they call it Limgrave. Ha ha ha. I don't think Elden Ring had that many, punsters in it. Okay, I need to get this, whether you like it or not. Because I am not a completionist, but I sort of am. Alright, come on, you little monstrosities. There. Okay, 2 hands down. Get it? Oh, no. Oh, not more finger spiders. You need a slow spell that affects the fingers. Call it arthritis. Arcanitis. That's right, slowly they swell and lock up. The only way to stop a finger rampage. It would make sense. Man, how many of you under the ground? No wonder I got smoked. Where's the trigger on this trap? You gonna let me walk by? Okay. You figured resistance was futile. Alright, hello, other hand. There is, okay, and I find... Tell me if you get the ick from this. So in the DLC, there's a lot of spells that have to do with fingers. And so they're all nail spells, so you shoot little fingernails-shaped magic things. And I don't know why, but the thought of fingernail-shaped, like pulled-off fingernail-shaped things is just awful. I'm like, oh, it just gives me the bivers. But it's like a whole, like, school of magic, so to speak. Okay, this, this. Alright, they're down. Now, Captain Big Boy over here. I'm okay with hands, but I don't know why fingernail stuff always makes me, like, bitter. You know, like, do you guys have that where, like, there's just something that's actually quite ordinary and plain, but to you it just gives you the ick? You're just like, I can't watch it. I could watch someone have brain surgery and be fine, but looking at someone who's, like, ripped their nail off or something, I'm like, bleh, bleh. Can't do it. So the fingernail spells, I equipped them and I did use them, but it was with much chagrin. Maku writhed in discomfort at the thought. I know, right? But like everything here is grapes, eyeballs, and fingers. What on earth? Why is it always liar? That is another classic trope of this game. Alright, well I guess I'll go into this palisade. Sneaky, sneaky. I'm gonna be a stealth strength build. I'm sure it's a good build. Hello, what's your troubles? Are you a cuckoo knight? You look like it. You're a ghost of your former self. Lady Rani, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. I don't know, son. May the full moon shine upon Carian. I think it needs more than a full moon. I think you need something to get rid of the spiders. Oh. Aha, a sight of grace. Excellent. A calm in the middle of the sea. Oh, excellent. Can you imagine if, like, the spiders would climb up the walls? They tend to, like, fall down walls, but it'd be really terrifying if they climbed up the walls. Ooh, smithing stone. Why, thank you, good sir. Have you ever run through games and be like, why is this stuff where it is? Like, I think the classic trope is you're in, like, an ancient catacomb and you find, like, fresh bread or wine, or the torches are all lit and you're like, yes, but who goes around lighting the torches in Skyrim? Be wary of ambush. Excellent. Ah, yes, ambush. Hello. Do you want to hit me? Ah, I've been practicing. It would really hurt to get skewered by this anchor. Oh, they pay people to light those. Maybe it's the whatchamacallit? The Draugur's part-time job, right? They're like, I get up every morning, I light the torches. Like I have every day for the last 2,000 years. Oh no. No, not the magics. Why must you use magic? My kryptonite. It's always swords, apparently. Woohoo, that was close. Alright, fine. Throw your stones. Ah, my anchor weighs all. It's a living, says Maku. This is true. I always find the food one funny, because you'll get there and you'll be like, why is there food in this ancient crypt that's still fresh enough for me to eat? It should be like raisins or something that can last an eternity. Is it really a living if it's in a crypt? Or is it like it's a dying? It's a way to go. Zero problems, power of the BONK. Yes, I am learning the way of the BONK. The power of a shield and a good critical follow-up. It's actually really fun playing this like with a totally different play style than I normally do. It's like some things are so much easier and then other things are like terribly hard. I'm like, oh, this was easier from distance. If at first you don't succeed, hit it harder. It's a good life principle. Oh no, hello. How's your week going, Zero Problems? I hope it's full of zero problems. I bet your weekend the same. Oh no, I heard someone. That was not a pleasant... The door-to-door salesmen here are very persistent. Hello. How about you hit me with your hammer instead of magic? I have things for hammer, not for magic. There you go. How am I hitting ghosts anyway? It's a little confusing. Maybe I have a magic anchor. It's my Pirates of the Caribbean anchor. Oh no, you all respawn. Excellent. They don't really die. Maybe if we just run. Try that. That'll sometimes works. Ow! Not with homing magic, though. there anything here? That goes back the way we came, so nope. So just this way. Excellent. Hello, how are you? So pleased to meet you. Ow, stop hitting me in the back. Cowards hit in the back. Brave souls smack you in the face with an anchor. So saith me. A brave soul with an anchor. Is there anything over here? Nope. I think there's somewhere I'm supposed to drop down. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Glad your week is going well. Ow! Okay, listen. Listen, boys. I understand your annoyance, but imagine what it's like for me. I just had to run through a whole bunch of fingers. Alright, here we are. Oh, a lift. That could be good or bad. I'll come back. I think there's something I need to grab down there. Mystery Cats, redeem the hydrate. Excellent. I'm going to do that after all that running. The fingers just want to taste. I'm finger food to them. An executed toast says stretch. You know what's great about this? I feel like a human gigapet. While I'm sitting there in my digital world, forgetting to do basic care, you guys are looking out for me. You're like, Kooky, have you drank water? No. Kooky, have you stretched? No, I always look like a shrimp. Twitchagachi, says Maku. Exactly, it's like people showing genuine care. Turning you to the sunlight so you grow evenly. I definitely got snapped by the fingers, that's for sure. I died twice. Twice! Queries does a posture check. Excellent. You can probably see me moving. I'm adjusting my posture. We're mutually enriching. Hopefully I'm bringing you lots of humor with screaming. Gotta remember this area. Now the question is, there is something back the other way I could get. But I can't remember where it is. I'm supposed to drop down. Should I? Should I risk it? I can try. Zero promises. Those fingers, I tell you. I tell you. They are a problem. There we go. I know certain things words trigger. I apologize. Alrighty, down I come, down I come. Alright, let's see if I remember where. I have to drop onto a roof, I think? There probably should be a little notation, but you're usually running and screaming through this. Where is it? It's down there? That seems too far. There's no way it's that far down. Hello. It's down here? Should be like a little ledge. Hello. How is everyone? How are the kids? Nope. Ow! How about down here? Anyone see it there? I'm looking for a building. I've only got 1,000 runes on me, so it's chump change, a pittance. It doesn't like lowercase i's. My gosh. What's wrong with a good lowercase I? Oh, thank you for the cheer. How are you doing, Koi Koi? How's your week been? I'm getting stabbed in the back. But only by my enemies. In-game. Alright, where is this building? Whoop. Ow, ow, ow. Listen, sir. I resent you stabbing me in the back. I am doing nothing but exploring your beautiful home. I'm appreciating the architecture, the grandeur, the magic of the place, you might say. You might. Ow! Can't you give someone a break? Oh, gotta get over there too, huh? What do you say? Precious item, but first, up? Up? I can only go down, friend. I can't go up. Oh, maybe here. Ah. Sorry if someone has told me where it is. I'm sort of running for my life. What part do you think is close enough? Is it here? If it's not here, I'm in trouble. Yes. Ugh. Excellent. We did it. Koi Koi be lurking. Aw, we're just glad you're here. I hope your week is going swell. Let me just see here. I'm gonna scroll back a little because I missed a bunch while I was running. Curry says, I always killed the first 2 hands and ran through the rest. There's a sword here to pick up. It's magic and dex. Excellent. I think that's where I am, but we'll find out. Proper grammar for gamers? It's true. It does not exist. We don't have time. Zero Problem says, I ate a spider one time. I feel like that's a problem. I mean, they say that we eat a ton of spiders in our sleep. I don't like to think about that, but it's probably true. Oops. Boop. Oops. Sorry. I fat-fingered. You are now pinned, Zero Problem. Sorry. Yes, a spider, rather tasty. Maku, you can unpin. I fat-fingered. I have issues with that. My fingers don't always work, but it is an excellent comment, and I'm sure it will pique interest from people when they read it. What are you talking about? Well, if you listen to the context of finger spiders and everything else. I heard spider tastes like crab. I ate a spider one time. Is a great pin. The spider eating of a legend. It is true. It is true. It is an important... I don't know if they're... I know you can eat tarantula. And so I would think that would be big enough you could actually taste it. Because I feel like most spiders are so small, you wouldn't really get to even taste the delicious chickeny goodness or whatever. The crab goodness. I feel like it would just be squishy, right? Because they're, you know, it's exoskeleton on the outside and mushy goodness on the inside. It would be like the worst caramel Rolo you ever ate, is my thought. But I know, like, in some places, you can, like, they'll dip them in honey and barbecue them. Out of context, chat. Everyone loves it. Good thing my fat fingers are appreciated. Here I am surrounded by fingers, and this one is a fat finger. Curry's ate chocolate-covered ants before. It tastes like chocolate. See, I could do that. As long as it tastes like the thing it's coated in, we're good. If it was barbecue sauce, I'd be like, yep, I can do that. Petrichor says, it's not really true that we eat spiders in our sleep. Turns out spiders don't enjoy going inside your mouth willingly. Maku says grubs were like rubbery popping bags of bitterness. Ew. Zakoye says, in my country, there's a frog to eat. It tastes like chicken, but not very meaty. Yeah, I would wonder about that, because, I mean, one, they do have good hopping legs, so you'd be like, it should have some decent meat on it. But on the flip side, you know, they're little skinny frogs. They probably have a lot of bones. It probably, is it like eating wings? Like where, you know, there's a lot of bones, but people enjoy it with some sauce? You're missing out to Zero Problem. Mr. Kaz says, one fat-fingered random chat pin for every stream. Don't worry, I can oblige you. Easily. I was using a touch screen and I just went to scroll and my fingers tremored and heaven only knows. I'm just glad I didn't accidentally ban someone or something. Really, it's not the worst mistake Kooky can make with her tremory hands. Am I able to kill dogs easily with these giant weapons? We're about to find out. I don't know. I don't think you can get a backstab. I'll let gravity do my work. Yeah, yes, the test is in. You can kill dogs easily, so long as they are near a cliff ledge. That was pretty straightforward. Not the puppy! Well, to be fair, it had to be at least 6 months old to be that shape. If it was actual puppies, I couldn't do it. I'd be sneaking around. I wouldn't have the heart. I wouldn't have the heart to hurt a little puppy. That poor puppy didn't deserve it. Maybe he did. Maybe he wet on the rug or something. Maybe he ate a little bunny. Have you thought of that? I mean, he is a wolf. I mean, if you saw the nature show from the bunny's perspective, you'd be like, oh, you rotten wolf. How dare you hurt the little bunny? How dare you? See? There, now we feel less guilty, don't we? Deep down, don't you feel better now? Every time I have to kill a cute animal, I just think, maybe in the nature show, it hurt something even sweeter than itself. Even cats eat bunnies. They are bottom of the food chain. It's probably why they reproduce so fast. I'm sorry about it in the face, but I feel like, you know, I'm showing respect to my enemy. Head-on destruction. Oh, don't flop like that. It makes me feel bad. Oh, dear. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was an old computer game, and you had to, like... It was based on the food chain game, where, like, some people are herbivores, then omnivores, and carnivores. And the hardest level was if you were a bunny. You were an herbivore, and you had to sneak around and try to eat berries while the foxes hunted you. And I never got very far on the herbivore. Omnivore, I think, was like a skunk or a badger. It was like almost looked like a slide puzzle game on a computer. Curries, don't move that way. It makes me feel bad while murdering everything. It's true. Sometimes the floppiness just makes me feel bad. Last thing I need is guilt. Well, maybe the last thing I need is these guys. Ooh, a ladder. How convenient. How very convenient. Zero problems. That was a fun game. It was. It was really hard, though. Carnivore one part was easy, but I thought it was clever how it's like it gets more difficult depending on which animal type you pick. I don't even think it had co-op. Like, I don't think one person could be like the carnivore, the other one's the, sorry about that, Chief. Why is it I can walk up to a random poor skeleton and stab it in the face and not feel anything? But one little puppy dog and I'm like, I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible, terrible person. You went bunny and won? Well done. I would always get eaten in the high levels. The guy was already dead. Yeah, but I feel like because he was dead once, I shouldn't make him do it twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already had to go through it. He's been through the wars. His week has been hard. And I'm like, hi, welcome to the weekend. Kabam! Why is jumping so much better than rolling? That is a fair question. I think it feels freeing. For decades, we were not able to jump in games. And now, look. Oh, look at the graphical freedom. Even in Souls games, it was a hard combination of buttons. Now, with the simple press of a single button. Freedom. Hello. There, I did both. I jumped and rolled. That stone helmet would be terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you alright? He's not alright. That's okay. He was near retirement anyway. I was really just helping him on his way. Oh, no. Okay. Try to remember what the layout of this place is. Maku says, I mean, if he's already... Uh-oh. Sorry, Maku, one moment. Ah, what is going on? Oh, no. How am I still alive? Oh, you got me from behind, you schmuck. I was too busy watching my 12 and not my 6. Oh dear, and then the poor dog just minding his own business getting pushed off a cliff. You evil person, I am. I hang my head in shame. Koi says, jumping is good. There's involved frames at the bottom until you hit the ground. That's true. For those few free fall seconds, you are a free person. Invulnerable to the many menaces around you. Makusa's biggest proof that the world isn't a simulation is that there aren't people constantly jumping while they're running or leaping over walls. This is true. Because we do it. We would do it. Evan Munchkin, welcome to the chat. How's your week been going? Welcome, welcome. To be fair, my Oshi also favors jumping over rolling. It's just addicting. Like, it's like skipping. It's your childhood, your second childhood. Ah, ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. It's great. Especially great when, I don't know if you guys do this, but I definitely do, but when you get surprised and then you're in the game and you just start jumping madly everywhere. Koi says, basically jumping is like erasing half of your body. I saw a video about it on how it works. Oh, that's cool. It's like, freeing. I always thought it'd be fun if you, could jump on the moon, you know, with all the lack of gravity holding you back. Zero says, what's my childhood? What is a little childhood between friends? Ah, those carefree days of yore when one could skip and run about with nary a fear of getting out of breath. Alright. I thought there was a site of grace before this. Item ahead. I got that. Is there really not a site of grace here? That seems not good. Maybe it's a steak of Marika here. Alright, well, we're gonna go into a boss fight whether or not we like it or not. And my decision has worked out in her favor, oddly enough. I can believe it. Some people, like, they'll just go jumping and, like, running. You can't underestimate how far you can get in a game just by running and screaming. You can get all the way to the end of a game just by and somehow dodging. No grace here. Thank you, Koi Koi. Oh, I won't be searching in vain, but I feel sadness in my soul. Oh no, you dropped your phone? I'd say pick it up, good man. And refresh the chat. The mystery cat. Ah, the days that I could eat as much mac and cheese as I want and hike without fear or rolling an ankle. Yes, you could eat a full heavy meal and then go running around on the playground and nothing happened. Versus now when you immediately get a stitch. You have 1,000 hours in this game? That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know how many I have. I think it's like... I mean, I have it on multiple platforms, but I think it's 600 on Steam. So not 1,000, not close to 1,000 yet. 0, I feel like picking it up might be effort, though. That is true. It would be expending energy, and can you really afford it? Did the bunny survive the carnivores by expending energy or by hiding in the long grass? That is the question. Curious, as a mage main, I can agree. I brute forced my way through most. I even hit the ancient dragon boss with Comet. Hey, Comet Azure is a wonderful thing. Oh, thank you for the follow, Zero Problems. Welcome to the Biscuit Brigade. We're so glad you're here. Twins, says Zero Problems to Koi. 4 remaining. Oh, we're 4 away? 3? I'm seeing 3 in the chat. We are 3 away from our first 100 followers. Oh, I'm so excited. Gosh, I feel invigorated for what I'm about to face. I'm always terrified that I'm going to hit like a milestone and it'll be while I'm being absolutely killed by a boss. And I'll just be like, hi guys, thank you for your support. Boy, am I going to need it. Like this boss, I'm going to need it because I'm pretty weak to magic. Ow! Listen, you fiend. I wonder if I can poison her? Anyone who's done this boss, let me know if you can poison her or stun her. I'd settle for stunning. I think I'm pretty stunning, but I don't think she thinks I'm very... Why did that hit me? He aggroed you. Listen, lady. We all have our problems, okay? Okay, shield up. Shield up. Get out of the forest. You know, I can't see the forest for the trees. I can't see the boss for the forest. Look at you! What do you think you are, Paul Bunyan? Cutting down all the forest? Oh boy. Well, we're halfway. Yay! Hitting your horse in the butt. I feel like that's also not fair. Oh no! Not Loretta's bow! Loretta, you have anger management issues. And I think you should see someone about those. Horsey, Ghost Rider in the sky. Oh no, not me. Maybe if I get close enough, she can't hit me with that one. I got my thing up. That's right. Uh-oh. I'm sort of stuck against the wall. Oh great. Glint blades. Alright, we spin around. You spin me right round, baby. Right round, like Loretta's knight. Right round. How does your horse work in reverse? Torrent isn't into that. Your horse runs better backwards than forwards. The ultimate insult. There you go. Yeah! Maybe not the tidiest fight, but we did it. We did it! Can you poison a spirit? That is your answer. It's true. I didn't actually get to shoot them. I was too panicked. I was gonna throw my little poison darts. I fought this boss with a magic greatsword. Oh, it's like magic meets magic, the epic battle. A quick game of will it bleed? With great power comes great responsibility. I tried being angry one time, didn't like it, so I just stopped angry. Good on you. Good on you. Just turn off that switch. Just thinking game design, I kind of wonder if she takes more damage than her horse does. Maybe. Your guy's horse can't run backward? I think my horse is broken. What if it only ran backwards? Can you imagine if you had a mount in-game and the only thing it could do is run backwards? Think how annoying that would be, how hard. You'd need rear view mirrors on your pony. They don't come with rear view mirrors most times. See if I can level up here. Give myself a little more health. More energy, more health, more energy. Just stamina and health. Can I do it with 2? Where are we at? We'll be close. Oh, I want status. No! 500 more. Fine. 500 into the valley. I can do 600. Dudley Do-Right. Yes, if my horse ran backwards, I would be the equivalent of Dudley Do-Right. It does only run backwards. And somehow, Radan's horses. That's because he had the best boy. You know what I mean? He had the best pony in the whole world. The fact that even with gravity magic, it can carry his massive bulk is astounding. 'Tis truly a miracle of not-so-modern science. Do you know why? Because Radan's horse is powered by love. Hay and love. Lucky, my horse only runs sideways and upside down. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine an inverted horse? All the controls are inverted when you run? Guy really cares about his horse. Radan used gravity magic to not murder his horse. That's because he's like the good cowboy in the old western, you know? He's like, a man's gotta care for his horse. That's how you know he's a good guy. Even if his mind is rotted out, he still values his sweet little boy. His horse runs on gravity and spite. Desperation. Desperation powers this horse. Aha. Mysterious back area of magic. So many crystals. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but since the DLC, they put in a lot more Miquella's lilies and like some of the specialty flowers in the main game. I've noticed that there's more of them. Alright. So we've got a tower that is locked. Oh, thank you! I've got written underneath all the wonderful people who helped make my little avatar. I designed it, but some incredibly talented people put it together. I'm very thankful for them, because they have such skills. All I had was ideas that will not come into reality without them. Oh, there's a dragon. A dragon? There's a dragon. Hold on, little dragon. I gotta sneak past you into this tower. Here I go. Up the way. The ending I have to get for this one is the Ranny quest line, and this is part of that quest line, so that's why this tower is very important. Exactly. I need to get like a gif of the Skyrim dragon quote. A dragon? I saw a dragon. All right, mother. No, really. Respect me. I like how all of Helgen's gone and they're like, you know, Mom, in this fantasy world where cats talk and orcs are running around, I don't think you saw a dragon. Let's not be silly now. Poor Skyrim Erish mothers and shopkeepers. Skyrim be too relaxed after seeing a dragon. Yeah, you'd think it'd be like more worrisome. They're like, oh man, again? Have like 300 years gone by that fast? It just feels like yesterday we banished them. I don't see what they're so upset about. So what if we eradicated them from the face of the earth and bound them with magic? You gotta learn to let go a little. Hello! I found my way to your magic tower.
Oh. Again we cross paths.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Oh, that awkward moment when you show up to someone's house uninvited. I have no particular reason.
No reason in particular, thou claimest.
I claimest.
Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Rani. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole
Dragon
it,
of the Apocalypse rises.
and
Oh,
rid
it
the
must
world
be
of all that
Wednesday.
came
Exactly.
before.
They're very chill about
Well,
it. Zero Problem says,
has
Skyrim
that
population. Oh no,
roused
not
thy
another
interest?
dragon. I'm like, yes. They're like, to be fair, some of the dragons were pretty nice, right? Like the one that you feel really bad about having to get rid of. So I can understand why they'd be a little chill about the dragons. Anytime you see something that says Serve Randy the Witch, you always have to give your head a shake. But all right.
I see.
I'm everybody's
A choice
errand boy.
well made.
Yeah, I make good
Thou
choices.
art a rare
That's how I ended up here.
Not many would have accepted the offer.
Yeah, because not many are
but
foolish
I
like
require
me.
as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from
I
you.
actually installed a mod because I so badly did not want to get rid of Parthenax. And for whatever reason in my game, it was making me do it. And so I installed a mod so that that would not happen. Mystery Cat. I would love an extra pair of hands. Yeah, she's got like, look at it. Look at these hands. Oh, wait, can you see them behind me? Hold on. There you go. Check it. She could do double cross stitch. Can you imagine her in double Dutch? You could do quadruple Dutch. I love an awesome hat like that. It is, it's perfect. This is the perfect hat to bring on the train when you don't want people to bother you. Like, you just put this on and you are in your own little happy zone. Maybe put a plate of fries on your lap so the smell gets caught under the hat and all you can smell is delicious French fries while you sit on the train. And I bet you this is like felt. Like a felt hat, and so then it would be soundproofing. It'd be like a soundproof cone. Amazing. Many would agree with you, Zero Problems. This is one of the ones that I think was everybody's favorite character.
Good.
When it first came
Then
out, for
as we
sure. She also has two
proceed with
faces.
haste,
She's
there
two-faced.
is in my service
Look,
a half-woven warrior
I've met him.
by the name of Blythe.
Blythe is so cool.
I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called
She must
for
be
Blythe
really
to
good
greet
at
thee
braiding
below.
hair. I think so. I think with
Take from
those,
him
that many
the
hands,
particulars.
she probably could do like French braids 3 at a
And there
time.
wilt thou find E.G., my
Curry
war
says, I
counselor,
enjoyed Randy's quest line.
and
It is good. It's
Salavis,
really like interesting.
preceptor
And it
in
takes
the
you all
sorcerous
through the world.
arts Also, heed not their
Matthew
peculiarities.
says there was a war of popularity between
Feel
her and the one who
secure
gives
in gaining
danger
from them.
hugs.
What advantage
Boy, she's a
thou
good
canst.
character. Respectable.
I'm
Yes.
sure the others will be doing just the same.
I'm kind of excited to see what her ending is, because I haven't done the ending with her yet. There we go, Miss Rani.
Speak with the thou needst not. It hath been.
I gotta go speak to her right-hand men. Her right-hand servants. We've already met 2 of them, technically. And the third one is really not worth meeting, but, you know, you gotta make the rounds. Gotta go down here. Back down the ivory tower. Here we are. Oh, was it, Randy's ending was the first one that you did, Petrichor? Interesting. I'm impressed that you found all the pieces to it, because some of them are a little obscure where to go, particularly in the underground area. So grats.
Oh,
What order
so
did you do
were
the endings
one.
in? Here we go.
Lady Rani has explained everything. Again, I am E.G., the Carian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor.
The puppet was a
I'm told
very
that you are
cute addition
searching
to the
for Nokron
line.
With Blythe.
I did her
I
ending
will give
4
you
times in a
whatever
row on
guidance I
accident.
can,
Sometimes
and
that happens.
pray
You're like,
for
oh
your
well,
success.
I just really enjoy this ending. I don't want to do the other ones.
My apologies for the misleading words of warning.
It wasn't really misleading. They
I
just about
never
killed me.
imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Rani, was in your fate.
Petrichor
I,
says,
for
good
one,
question. I
should
don't
have
remember. I
seen
just
it,
remember I did hers first.
but
I
I
feel
did
like you
not.
always remembered the first
Do
ending you
forgive me.
completed. Because
My
you're like, it
fellow,
just stands out in your
let us
memory.
give all
I
that
did
we
just the
can of
basic one. I
ourselves
think it was the
together.
Golden Order ending.
For Lady Rani,
Because for whatever reason, I found those clues first.
let us give all that we can of ourselves.
Yes, every day.
Together. For Lady Rani.
There you go. You're a very loyal troll. And then I think the next one I did was the Madness one, because it's like the hardest to find all the pieces, particularly at the very end where you have to find the 3 fingers. So I wanted to get it out of the way.
Long time, friend.
Hello.
Blythe. Have you forgotten?
I have not
Glad to
forgotten.
have you in the service of Mistress Rani.
Yeah.
Well, getting right to business.
Right.
I'm still in Limgrave.
Oh, really?
The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land.
Excellent.
I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there.
Wonderbar. You want me to join you?
I'm going below through the well. See if I can't find. Don't keep me waiting, eh?
Okay, you do want me to join you. Excellent. I will join you in Nokron. And behold, another wonderful hat wearer, but not so nice person.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling.
You know when they insult you when you meet them that they're
Yes,
probably
I've
not a
heard
good
all
guy.
about you.
You and Vare could get along.
I am Selvis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts.
You like to say your
I don't
S's.
know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial, tarnished like
Just
you.
like, I'm like Belle, I'm a
But since
provincial.
we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
You're so low, I couldn't possibly drag you any further down.
I reside in another tower close by.
It's not an ivory
Come
one.
and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service
Naku, there
to
must be
Mistress
more than this
Rani.
provincial
If
tarnished
it were
life.
up
Yes.
to me, I wouldn't
Singing
waste
it,
my
singing it
time on
loudly.
the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady?
Of course you couldn't stand against her wishes. That would require for you to have a backbone, which you don't. Ha ha ha. Alright, I'll go talk to you. I don't want to, but I will. Hello, dragon. Oh look, another dragon. He's not a very nice dude, zero problems. And Errant Munchkin, I agree. He's terrible. I know I don't have to complete all of his quest in order to get the ending I want, so I'm going to... Since this is my third run through, I'm going to skip part of his quest line. Especially because I'm not a magic build, so I don't need some of the rewards you get. Oh no, you're not going to let me out again? Are we going to do this glitch again? Fine. I'll see if I can rejig it. There's a weird thing that happens. Let me know if you know what the trick is, but I always get like locked into this tower with the invisible walls. I can teleport to the other one if I get really stuck. Enough, says Koi. You're right, enough, you foul sorcerer. He's a terrible person. I would say him and the loathsome dung eater are the two worst characters in the game, morally speaking. They're just low down. Oh no, wolves. Where did you come from? When I went in, there was no wolves. Isn't it enough there's a dragon guarding the door? You're like, well, if the dragon doesn't finish them, these three puppies sure will. Because I feel like that might be, expecting a lot. Zero Problems thinks the Dung Eater is awesome. I mean, he does have a very interesting quest line that will, enlighten as towards the story and some of the events prior to your arrival. I'll give him that. But that's all I'll give him. First off is Patches. Patches is, but he's like a... whatchamacallit. You feel like it isn't a Souls game until you've had Patches. You're like, hi, Patches. Can I kill you yet? I've never killed Patches. I can't do it. I can't be as low as he is.
Well,
But he's the
you
most
took
annoying
me at
character
my
that ever
word.
existed.
Did you not realize I was merely being polite?
No, if someone invites me to their tower, I will come.
Provincials never cease to amaze.
Just kill Patches.
I suppose you're here now.
I am here now.
Perhaps I'll give you.
I know a lot of
something to
people
do.
who do. They'll kill him like
I'd
straight
you to
off,
find a
especially if
woman
it's not the
called
first
Faye
playthrough.
to administer
And
the
I can
potion.
understand why.
Even you can do that much, can't you?
Me and my anchor can. Sure, accept the task. Cough,
Good,
cough.
good.
I have to do part of his
Now I
quest
shall hand
line.
over the potion in question.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it though, buddy. I know
Find
the way
Faye
around
and
this.
ensure she drinks it.
No, you scum.
I expect glad tidings, and soon.
Gosh, I wish I could hit him with this hammer. Wouldn't that be fun? I found that Patches was the most annoying to me in Bloodborne. And I don't know why. Did anyone else find there was a certain game that he was the worst? Think about it. I have not made a Patches build. You should! You should! Go through as a Patches build. Roleplay as Patches redeeming himself. You know how like in the Dark Souls 3 DLC, he sort of, kind of redeems himself by before returning to form? It could be like his redemption story. Errant Munchkin, I'm still salty from Armored Core 4. Oh, I've got to play Armored Core so I know where he's from. You killed all the NPCs. Now, the plus side of that is you would find out what cool drops they have and how it affects the storyline. There's like one YouTuber I watch, and they when they first play it, they go through and kill all the NPCs. And then the second playthrough, they go through and like, okay, now I'll do all the quest lines. But I can't do it. I get out there and I look at their little faces, and even if they're absolute scum, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I just look at their little face and I'm like, but if I do it, I become you, don't I? Now, I do have to find his little secret room for later other quests, so I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna head out to find a certain cave. As long as I can avoid this dragon. Because this dragon isn't even a satisfying one. You fight him, and then he goes away partway through the fight, and it's like, that is not fair. You should not be able to ditch the fight halfway if I can't ditch the fight halfway. Even Jarberg. Oh, don't tell me you killed little Jarbarn. He's the best thing that ever was. He's a sweet, innocent little jar. I mean, inevitably you'll kill Alexander at some point. The poor little Jarbarn. I saw a video on that from YouTube. It was funny, but I won't do that since I respect NPC life unless they do something wrong. If they were like attacking like a character I really liked, I'd be like, all right, the gloves come off, you know? How dare you hurt dear sweet so-and-so? But if they're just like, I'm just going to be annoying, then I'll be like, okay, be annoying. What do I care? What do I care? Do not touch Selvis. Seluvis, you terrible person. Maku, I only choose the evil option when it's funny. Well, there you go. You gotta have standards. Hey, invisible wall. Dun 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 dun. Look familiar? Alright, we found out his secrets. Terrible person, you scum. Alright. Just don't want to miss that part of the quest line. Alright, now we should be able to make our way around here, and then we'll pop down here and up to this tunnel. We're actually making pretty good time. I'm impressed how far we've gotten, to be honest with you. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go with the fight that was prior to this area with my strength build, but it went well. I've really got to up my strength a little more. Unless it's that one NPC I usually don't kill NPCs. Same. Oh, you're hungry? You gotta go get some good snacks. Have cookies. Have samosas. Have delicious soups. Some fresh bread. Go wild and make yourself a pizza. From scratch. Have you ever known someone who does those like outdoor kiln pizzas? Oh, you haven't even had breakfast. Do like a smorgasbord breakfast. Have like eggs, bacon, pancakes, waffles. Or just a quick bowl of cereal if you're in the I need it quick mood. Sometimes you don't even need the milk. You just take the cereal straight. Breakfast cookie. Yes, 2 waffles with maple syrup in between. Some chocolate chips sprinkled on top. A breakfast cookie. It's like a McGriddle, but minus the sausage. Hey, Diego, how you doing? How's your day been? How's work treating ya? You getting excited for the weekend? We're in Liurnia doing some questing. Ooh, cereal bowl. Cereal bowls are good. I always found the ones weird where you have, like, you know, the miniature bowl of cereal, and you have to sort of eat it from the box, like put the milk in the box. Hello, the undead are rising. What a terrible, wonderful thing to have happen. Sorry, I have to finish off your friends. Hold on. Little busy. I will have time for you with your scythe in a second. Oh, I'm glad your day's going well. I'm having a fun Friday myself. Looking forward to the weekend, though. Oh, come on. No, come back. Not out of my way, torchbearer. This isn't the Olympics. There we go. Frozen armament. Oh, you're gonna go watch the Predator movie. Hey, that's a great way to finish off the day. Hope it's a real success. You gonna go in for the popcorn or just like sneak some snacks in? Aaron Munchkin says, I usually substitute chocolate syrup on my waffles and pancakes. Ooh, that is so good. That sounds really good, especially if you put like chocolate and like maybe some icing sugar on top. Or some yummy fruit, some berries. Chocolate and berries is always good. Oh, you ordered the drink, just something to get you through. I'm always like nervous because like once you get in the theater, you kind of want to stay for the movie. So if you get one of those massive movie drinks, then you're always like on a timer. Because you're like, at some point, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. And so I'm always like, I want a drink with me because otherwise you're parched. But you also like, I better not get the supersize one. Ooh, the VIP theater is where it's at. Now, what comes with the VIP theater? I'm kind of curious. I've never been. Nothing more annoying than having popcorn stuck between your teeth. That is true. Or even worse, a popcorn kernel stuck at the back of your throat. Terrible. Oh, you're going to Roti John. Oh, that sounds delicious. An omelet sandwich? Oh, it sounds so warm. Is it like toasted bread on the outside? Because that would just make it perfect. I hope you enjoy your meal. Hope it's smothered in yummy sauces. Nice eggs, so soft and fluffy. I've never had an omelet sandwich. It sounds really good. We should start making them. Put some spices, a little bit of sauce on it. OG Disney Princess, less people come for your chairs. They come and take your order in your seats, and it's 19 plus. Hey, that's pretty good. That's some pretty premier treatment. Especially if you really want to hear, like, all the talking in the movie and not from the audience. Because usually it's okay, but every now and then you'll get some kid who's not very happy that they're there or they're bored, and you're like, I can't hear the movie. I want to know what happens. Or if you're like me and you tend to cry at the sad parts, you have a little more privacy. Ooh, do they have the rumble seats there as well? Like the ones that are the movement seats? I always thought those would be really cool, where you can kind of like sit there and just enjoy like your chair shifting beneath you in an action movie. Really fun timing. Since 2 weeks ago, I invited my mom to go watch the Chainsaw Man movie. That was a blast. Awesome. So now she's like returning the favor. You should do this like on the regular. Be like movie months with mom. Every couple of weeks you go out and like each picks a movie for the two of you to watch together. It'd be great. A great excuse to go to the movies. Kat says, I've been once. It was pretty cool. I went to see the second Venom in the regular theater, and there was a group of preteen girls who talked through the entire movie. See, that's the worst. It really is. You just sit there and you're like, guys, do we have to do this? Do we have to? I want to watch the movie. I paid a lot of money. I'm getting so... My halfling crotchety self is like, I paid money for this movie, and y'all are talking through it. I can't stand it. Because it's pricey now. Like, there's no cheap movies these days. You're like, I spent good money for this, and the popcorn was even more expensive. And the butter's leaking through. I haven't been to a theater since becoming disabled, and so I'd be curious to see how accessible ours is. I think usually they make you sit at the front, just so that they can fit in the wheelchairs. But maybe they have some wheelchair slots now. Because it can be tricky to get a seat. You can't really bum scoot up all the stairs. Had another time a woman was taking photos of her children with flash in the middle of a movie. That is insane. You sort of think people would have like some basic movie etiquette where they're like, maybe I shouldn't be using the massive flash extension on the camera during a film. I could understand if they like got confused and like while the previews were rolling, they were like, all right, well, you know, kid's birthday party, everyone take a photo. But once the movie is started and is going, you should be like, nope. Unhinged behavior. Yes, you're right. You're like, dude, this isn't your living room. There's a whole bunch of us here, and we all have been blinded. Just a bunch of red eyes behind you. Baku says, I feel like a lot of people have protagonist syndrome where they think everyone around them is just extras to their scene. This is true. Sometimes they lose the plot. Oh dear. I didn't refresh at the Grace. Excellent. Well, this will be exciting. I've seen wheelchair spots at the VIP theater. Hey, excellent. I'll be like, VIP theater. It's me. Kooky, I would love to watch a movie. Like I did in ye olden days. I have brought my money. Please save me a seat. Oh no. Whew. Foxy, foxy. Oh, I blocked that. I had my shield up, you little fox. Who knew foxes were so dangerous? You little yumper. I thought it was only dangerous to, like, chickens. Again, maybe that's what I am. You know what, though? It's a good excuse to go to the VIP theater. You're like, oh, sorry. I need a wheelchair. Wow, Comet Azure. Dude. That's a high-level spell, you sorceress vixen. I'm under you somewhere. Uh-oh. Ow. Right through my gizzard. Oh, no. Enough glint flagging. Wow. Just missed that. Oh, come on. You're almost dead. You're so close. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh. All right. Yes! Oh, man, that thing is so fast. There's a disability reserve in Singapore. Hey, that's smart. That's smart. Just have it reserved. A little area where we can line up our chairs. Because, you know, like on the plus side, we always bring our own chairs. Like, you don't have to supply or clean the chairs after. It's just a straight floor sweep if any popcorn drops. Oh, thanks! Thanks, I'm getting better at the blocking. And the dodging. And the panicked rolling. I can't even remember if he dropped anything. I was so busy dodging and rolling, I'm like, is there a point to this fight other than you scaring the bijibbers out of me? I just feel like I have to clear the area. Do you know what'd be great is if they made extensions for wheelchairs that could hold a popcorn bucket. Just have a little thing you could hook on the side like a side holster. Be like, yes, now I am ready. Now I am movie ready. I can recline my chair. I've got my little drink to the side. Perfection. Perfection, I say. It'd be so good, right? Like, you'd be like, hey, just have a little hip holster, basically, but for popcorn. Or like a little tray for snacks if you're like, no, when I go to the theater, I get wings. Oh, get a nice little tray to place your dishes. You need to accessorize, that's the main thing. I like the ones that they have in the theater where it does have like a little, like, nice deep cup holder and a little spot for you to put your snacks. I feel like someone could probably 3D print you one. Yeah, actually, the cup holder I have is a 3D printed one because it is so expensive to get the actual cup holders. Like, when you get a wheelchair, you would think the accessories would be cheap, right? Because they're just very basic. A little pencil case to hold some items and a tiny cup holder. But no, if you want, there's like for the chair I have, which is just a very standard basic one, it is $1,000 to get the cup holder, a little pencil case, and a little basic phone holder. $1,000! That's $300 an item. So I was like, nope. So I went on Etsy, and someone very kindly 3D printed me a cup holder. It's great. Golly says, guard counter is very good to increase the stance break status on the enemy. I abuse it quite a lot, even in Night Rain. Excellent. I've been trying to get into doing the guard counters, but I'm like, I block, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to guard counter. I missed the best part. Random question before I leave. What would it take for an Expedition 33 stream? I need to be able to purchase the game. I would be open to doing that game, though. It looks really, really cool. I do have to be able to parry, I think. So I probably just need a little more practice using my left hand finger so that I can parry, unless they have them done to different buttons. But I would be open to trying that in the future, for sure. I know, right? How much? Yes, $1,000. It is $1,000. On my other wheelchair, if I wanted, it's a little pencil case that sits on the side. And it's basically about the same quality as like your school pencil cases back in the day. And it is between $100 and $150. It's a lot of money. So it's like you sit there and you're like, dude, how badly do I want all these devices? But the thing is, right, if you can't use your hands, you can't even hold them. So like, you know, I can't hold like a mug in my hand and drive at the same time, drive my little chair. So you sort of need them, but they're not considered a necessity. And so then they jack the price up quite high. So all that stuff I had to learn when I became disabled. And so I'm really thankful that there are people on Etsy who will do this stuff. And even the fact your wheelchair, each brand of wheelchair has its own way of locking stuff in. So you have to get a custom-made one in order for it to work with your wheelchair brand. So even that people will make custom ones for each brand of wheelchair is pretty cool. Oh, Diego's time has come. That sounds so final. But we loved having you here, Diego. I hope you have a great time at the movie. And hopefully, yeah, sometime soon, maybe we can do try an Expedition 33. We'll have to see how it goes. I would consider a cup holder a necessity as well, but they don't. They're like, nope. In fact, what was some of the ones that aren't considered a necessity? Having a lift on your wheelchair is not considered a necessity. The thunder and lightning was a good thing for this. It's finale for the day. It's true. Oh, I hope the end of your day is a wonderful one. You deserve it, friend. There's like a ton of stuff though for wheelchairs that is super expensive. Even the little ramps like that you use for thresholds and doors, you can get the exact same ramp at like a hardware store for $40, and if you buy it from Disability, it's $250. Oh gosh. So you learn pretty quick to scrounge, and thankfully a lot of the people even who sell them will be like, don't buy it here. Go to this store, they'll sell it for so much cheaper. And you're like, thanks, I guess? Don't you feel like it's very much industry standard pricing, so they don't get a lot of control over it? But it's funny, because they'll be like, hi, yes, we do sell it, don't buy it from us. You're like, okay. Maku says, and all the regulations around wheelchairs make it hard to get any alternatives to the expensive stuff. Yes, you can only do so much non-company made stuff before it starts to affect your like repairs on your thing. Like they won't come and repair it because you've made modifications in air quotes. So thankfully that does not apply to cup holders, but for some of the stuff that would be really nice to have other stuff on it, because other people make it better, you can't do it, or they're like, nope, sorry. The funniest one, I'll tell you this one because it is the funniest one. So I have to use a little elevator lift to get into my house, and they have two button sizes. One is very small, and then if you have hand problems, they'll get you some big buttons that are like the size of a saucer. And so I was like, oh, that's great. Yeah, I'd love to have the big buttons because my hands don't work properly. And they're like, okay, it is $800 per button. Just for the plastic cap. $800. I was like, what? You're going to charge $800 for a plastic button, not even the switch, the button. I was like, my gosh. I guess I'm using small buttons from here on out. And like it came in two colors, the elevator. You could get a basic beige or prison gray. And so I thought, well, the gray would look a little nicer. And so I was like, well, how much is it for the gray color, which is just spray painted metal? And they're like, oh, that's an extra $1,000 for a gray elevator. So it just becomes something you don't get used to because it shouldn't happen. But yeah, it's a thing. Zero problems. Yeah, go buy your chair from Frank down the road. Yes, quite. That's why a lot of people buy secondhand. Like my joystick. Yeah, my joystick, just the plastic joystick, is $300. And it's just a basic, like you could 3D print it, but you need to have the official ones in order to get the insurance stuff for it. 800 smackers, yep. The Mystery Cat says, people can trick out their Stanley Cups, but people can't make necessary accommodations to their wheelchairs. It's true, it's true. Just paint it gray yourself. But here's the thing, if I paint it gray myself, you lose the repairs. It's that nutsy. So if, like, they won't come and repair it for free as part of the contract because you've modified it. How's that for nuts? $1,000 for gray, what is this industry? I could bedazzle it probably for like 50 bucks. Just put gemstones everywhere. A nice mural. Because, I mean, like, you know, you live with these items, so you kind of want them to look nice, right? And they're like right on the front of your house, so you're like, I kind of want the neighbors to be like, oh, it doesn't look like a very beige, blocky thing. What? Yeah, that's the reality of what it's like.
Well, be on your way.
So I'm thankful that people at least will let you know. They're like, hey, don't buy it here. A lot of times they'll send you to a bicycle shop because sometimes if you have a smaller wheelchair, you can use those accessories for like to hold your phone and stuff. Yeah, it is. It's you know, and I'm pretty lucky where I live that like the government will cover the cost of a wheelchair because wheelchairs are really expensive, particularly the power wheelchairs, but really any of them. Like the chair I have, I did not pay for it. It was covered by the government as recommended by my doctor. But it's like 15 grand for a wheelchair. So it's pricey, and so then when you pay all that, and then it's like add an extra $1,000 for a cup holder, you're like, oh, I can't afford that. I couldn't afford the chair. I can't afford the cup holder. I'll just use paper Dixie cups or something. Wasn't even that when you bought your first chair, they were just starting to offer colored chairs because everything looked like a hospital chair. Yeah, usually when you go, they're now making them in a range of cool colors, which is really awesome. But it used to be all you could get was black, gray, and then they started, you could have red or blue. And that's it. That is all the colors you were entitled to. Which, you know, again, like if it was a bicycle or a car, you know, usually there's a wide range of colors and customization options and all that. And I was like, it's really strange that for something that you spend all your day in, it's like, nope, you just need black. You need to look like we jailbroke you from the hospital. Yeah, our government pays for the chair and the accessories you might need. That's pretty sweet. It's pretty nice when they'll do the accessories, because ours will pay for the chair, which is huge, for sure, because like it's expensive. But you're like, it would be really, really nice if some of the accessories were included. Even a ramp, they won't pay for the ramp. So you have this, wheelchairs are really heavy, power ones. My wheelchair is about 480 pounds. So you kind of need a ramp because you're not going to be lifting that thing over the curbs. Maku says, I'm just glad we aren't in America. It's been hard enough doing this stuff with Canadian healthcare. Yep, it's still tricky, even with the government covering a lot of the stuff. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I was able to find some Etsy stores that sold stuff, so I was able to get a nice cup holder 3D printed, and it's working great. The person did a fantastic job. And it was like, I think I paid 35 bucks for it, and then because it had to be shipped from the States, it was actually more to ship it than it was for the actual item. So I saved the bundle, because it could have been $350. So 35 bucks, I'll take it. I will take it, friend. And so will this knight as I bash him with my anchor. Shipping costs are the worst though. Yep, especially now, like Christmas is coming. It's crazy. I really appreciate when stores do the free shipping, you know, if you spend $35. And so then you're going to all your friends and you're like, does anybody need anything from this store so we can all get free shipping? Let's all go together on it. You guys do that where you are? I definitely do. I'm like, guys, is anyone putting in an order? It's like when people go on a coffee run and you're like, hey guys, if anyone, I'm going to such and such, does anyone need anything? Free shipping low-key a scam. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is. There's a couple of places though, like I know for like Amazon and stuff, I'm just thankful because sometimes you're like I'll save up my list of items I need, so it's like I'm getting 5 things. I sent Executed Toast something yesterday and definitely added more stuff to get the free shipping. Yeah, I added things to wait in my cart until I have enough for free shipping. I think we all do, right? Like, I've definitely had it where they're like, for $5 more, free shipping. What I find funny and kind of scammy is that they'll, if you ever look in like the subtotal, they'll be like, if you order now, you will pay $15 shipping. And then if you add an item, you'll get free shipping. And so you're like, okay, I'll save $15. But then once you get free shipping, they'll say in the thing, actually, you only save $5 shipping. So they actually change the total that you would save once you make it to free shipping. And I was like, what? What, you said $15 and I have to pay $15 if I paid for shipping. And now that I'm saving shipping, it's showing only $5. Curses. Maku says, I have to order a lot of stuff from Japan, so I've kind of got used to expecting $40 shipping. Yes, international shipping can be crazy. OG Princess says, well, especially when the cost of the stuff is the cost of the shipping, then it's totally worth it. This is true. When you're buying like a $20 item and they want like $26 shipping and you're like, no. One I found out one Christmas, I was mailing stuff to some friends for Christmas, and I had bought a poster for somebody. They were, you know, wanting a poster, a movie poster. And so I put it in a tube, not thinking anything of it. And apparently our postal service, our local postal service here, they charge 4 times as much if you put it in a tube. Because apparently they're like, it doesn't stack as well when we're shipping. And I'm like, but 4 times? It's a tiny little poster. It's like 1.5 by 1 foot. Hello, buddy. Warming up your sword? Me too. Are you getting tired of my anchor? I'm not. There you go. Oh, it's so much easier with this anchor. Strength for the win. Strength for the win. Oh, but it does make me not jump as high. Let me back up. I do love, though, being able to ship things straight to your home. It's so convenient. I don't get to go out to stores at all with my disability, so it makes it like I can actually do Christmas shopping. Excellent. And I don't have to worry about shipping it to people. I can get it shipped directly and even wrapped sometimes. Because I'm all thumbs when it comes to wrapping. Everything goes in a gift bag. Exactly. I'm enabled to do stuff. You know that if you, for those who referring back to our Muppet Christmas Carol, you know the one, it's good to be heckling again, and then he goes, it's good to be doing anything again. That's the disability life. You're like, I just need that gift permanently. People like, is it good to be streaming? It's good to be doing anything again. I'm having a wondrous time. It's just like, today I tied my shoes. Excellent. I actually can't tie shoes. I just slide my feet into it. But I feel like that's what most people do. In the chat, let me know. Do you actually untie and tie your shoes each time, or you just shove your feet into the already tied shoe? Make me feel better about myself. Aw, thanks, OG Princess, and you're doing a wonderful job. Mystery Cat says, facts. It is true. Maku, as a fellow disabled relative, I can admit being given the ability to accomplish anything is so empowering. Yeah, especially when you do it, you're like, I did it on my own. About a month back, I was able to put together a pizza, like put the toppings on it for the first time all by myself, and I was like, yeah, I feel so happy. I made a pizza all by my lonesome. It was a great moment, and I got to eat my success, which was even better. Zero Problem says, I don't tie my shoes, it wastes too much time. See, that's what I think. Maku says, no one has time to untie their shoes every time. I stopped wearing lace-up shoes due to the nerve damage in my foot and swelling. Slip-ons all the way. Slip-ons are so nice. That and they should make Velcro shoes for adults. Velcro is amazing.
Please.
Curries, I shove my feet in the already tied shoe for work, but I tie my boots because they're way too expensive to mess up. That makes sense. That makes sense. Sometimes the quality of the shoe determines whether or not we ruin the heel by shoving our feet in. Mr. Cat, one of my disabilities require I properly tie and wear my shoes. Hey! That's cool.
Pity it is.
Can they be Velcro and light up? I think so. I mean, frankly, the people who are making them were the same people who probably had light up shoes when they were children. Maku, I have a similar problem. I miss my slip-ons. The hard thing is when your slip-ons are like so slip-on that they also slip off. Like you go to run and you just run right out of your shoes. Maku says, I miss light-up shoes. Yeah. And it's great because if you get up, like if you're someone who wears shoes inside the house, and you're like needing to walk to the bathroom in the middle of the night and you wear shoes, you know, put your shoes on to go, you can light up the apartments. You can find your way.
To throw yourself to the waters.
They had the really cool ones, even glow-in-the-dark shoes. I remember one time in the 3rd grade, we tried to do a surprise for our teacher, and I was forced to take off my shoes because they kept lighting up, giving us away. Aw, that's so cute. That's so cute. Be like, I'm going into stealth mode, takes off shoes. Problems James Bond never had. That's because he wasn't cool enough for light-up shoes. Kat says, I miss flats and slippers and flip-flops. Yeah, same. I'm not allowed to wear any of that. I can't anymore. They're like, you need a sensible shoe that encircles your entire ankle and is laced. And you're like, basically what I hear is you need a grandma shoe. And it is true. A nice orthopedic shoe. And it only comes in black. You don't get any colors. You know that song, I have a red door and I want it painted black? I had some red shoes and I want them painted black. just the story of disability shoes. But I would say wide, comfy shoes are really nice. Like, I'm very glad, like, I'm not allowed to wear high heels or anything, so, with my disability, so, but I also don't get arch problems. So, you know, silver linings. Mainly because I'm indoors, I wear slipper socks. So they're like slipper grippers on the bottom, but they're like big cozy knitted socks on the outside. It's beautiful. Naku says, can't wear stylish shoes, forced to wear boring sensible shoes, goes one step farther back into cool territory by making Iron Man armor exosuit. That's right. If your shoes can't look awesome, the whole rest of you can. OG Disney Princess, I have to buy shoes with arch support now. Same. Before becoming a wheelchair user, I had a orthotic made, and the orthotic, no word of a lie, was 1.5 inches thick. And so finding shoes you could shove that massive orthotic in was almost impossible. But I did feel taller. Curry says, I wear cowboy boots. Okay, that's cool. Cowboy boots are awesome. Do you have like, what color are they? I'm kind of curious. Did you do the classic leather? Or are they like snakeskin or stylized? Oh no, trebuchet! Master Cash says, arguably custom orthotics are the gateway to the Iron Man suit. I love shoes, I still suffer in high heels from time to time. Well, for special occasions, right? For special occasions, you can bring them out. You can bring them out for the moment, you know, a wedding, Christmas, something nice like that. You're like, guys, I'm glamming it up. I am glamming it up. And I don't care how much my arches scream. What I think is smart is people who go to those like fancy formal dinners and they wear like the high heels, but then they switch to their flip-flops for the last bit. You're like, you are genius. Genius, I say. Maku says, exactly, I'm not saying we go against doctor's orders, just that we go even further till it's cool again. Exactly. Curry says, leather with a classic pattern like a beautiful boot tattoo. That's awesome. When I was younger, I always wanted a pair of cowboy boots and like an official cowboy hat. I thought they looked so cool and with the pointed toes and everything. But I have heard that you have to break them in a bit, otherwise they're like blister city. Mr. Cat says, it would encourage better posture too. This is right. Really, that's what we're about. Correct posture for the win.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Curry says, I'm a country man out in the woods. It's my style. It's a good style, a solid, reliable style for all weathers.
Governs all.
I remember when, do you guys remember when Crocs were really popular and someone made boots that were Crocs, like snow boots, but they still had the holes in the toe? They hadn't done them with no holes?
At the fringes.
It was like, oh dear.
A powerless upstart.
Disney Princess says, Adam Sandler is my style icon. Hey, you know what? Respect the cozy look. The comfortable, casual, but still cool look. I always liked, I was like, you know, when I get old, like a senior citizen, I want to be one of those cool grandmas walking around in the matching Northern Reflections sweatsuits with the big chunky earrings and a purse full of candy. An ancient tunnel. Excellent. Mystery Cat says, any Podorthus that worth their salt doesn't like cracks. Cracks? Oh, they probably don't like cracks either, but mainly they don't like crocs. This is true. They look at it and they say, no arch support, and if you walk on a wet deck, you will slip out. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm drinking right now. Candy where I want candy. I want to give... When I was little, there was all these, like, senior citizens who would, like, give candy at the school and stuff. You know, Werther's Originals and Scotch Mints, all those classic grandma candies. But it was great. We were like little pigeons. We'd come around and they'd be like, here you go, dearies. Have some yummy candies. And we're like, thank you. So I'm like, you know, it's basically like being Santa Claus. Discount Santa Claus. I think it's a great life. More candy, I say. Maku says, I remember when they tried to make the giant foam Mega Man boots into a style. That would be interesting. Curries, you'll be an elderly woman going around saying, a dragon, I saw a dragon. It's true, and then I'll be like, now, dearie, don't forget to put on your warm woolen sweater and have some candies. You're looking a little thin. Have some of Grandma's homemade soup. Maku says, I skinned out my leg badly back in the early 2000s by running on a rainy day in Crocs. We'll agree they have literally no friction when wet. Well, that's the problem with flip-flops, right? They look great and you're like, oh yay, something for the wondrous summer months. And then you're like, oh wait, when they get wet, there is like literally zero friction required. Mr. Cat says, my grandmother used to have chiclets. Oh, chiclets are so good. Do you guys remember the mini chiclets? I used to love mini chiclets. They were delicious, delicious, I say. OG Disney Princess, that is an epic old lady voice. Well done. Thank you, I'm practicing for my Twilight years. I figure start young. I've already got the wheelchair, the cane, the candies. I'm just working on the voice now. Even got the slippers. Maku says mini chiclets were heavenly. It is true, they were so delicious. Curries, my ex-wife was 400 pounds when we first met. My grandma would do that. You're looking a little thin, dearie. Have some candy. I think it's like the goal of grandmothers, just to stuff you full of food. Like, I had a couple friends, and their grandmothers were Italian, so they were their nonas. And they were always like, oh dear, you're too skinny. You need to put on some weight. And you're like, in your younger self, you're like, Grandma. And then in your older self, you're like, oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing someone has ever said to me. Yes, I will have your delicious pierogies and pasta. I have candies. Well, you know, digital candies. Actually, I'm a sucker for chocolate. I like chocolate. I like gobstoppers. If when I was a kid, gobstopper candies. Did you guys have like a favorite candy that was your treat? Like if you, you know, we just passed Halloween. If you had your candy bag, was there one that you would trade for? That you would trade anything for? You're like I didn't like black licorice. So anything like Tootsie Rolls, I wasn't really my thing, but then I would trade them. I would trade them for like rockets and fun packs of powdered Pez. It was good. We have transcended garlic bread. Nona knows, says Maku. Gummy bears. Gummy bears are good. And yes, so is garlic bread. If you gave me garlic bread in my Halloween bag, I would be thrilled. I'd be like, this is the best. I'm going door to door, man. This is amazing. All right, I don't know if I have enough health for this section, but we're going to give it a try. There's something that's going to be killing me. There it is. Am I hidden? Yeah, I'm hidden. Maku says, gummies are life, though I prefer gummy worms. Mystery Cat says, not necessarily candy, but pasties de nata, Portuguese custard tarts. Oh, that sounds good. Are my kryptonite. Pastries are basically healthier versions of candy. That's my belief. Maku says, I love sour gummy worms, but they destroy my mouth. The OG Disney Princess says, due to my allergy to food dyes, Halloween was a bit of a sad holiday in my house as a kid. Oh, that's rough. Especially because a lot of them use the red dyes. Curry says, my mom's friend was giving out frozen and canned foods to the kids on Halloween to help people with the state of the world right now. That's really generous. Very smart. Maku says, healthier? I think it's got pastry. It's got wheat in it somewhere. Hey Dante, welcome to the chat. We're so glad you're here. How's your week going? It says it's like hot cooked garlic bread out just a box of frozen bread that you can't eat. I would gnaw on it, you know? Think about it. It's like a garlic bread popsicle, right? You know, you eat cookie dough. This is garlic bread dough. Frankly, if you're desperate enough for garlic, it's worth it. I'd actually probably just run home really fast and stick it in the oven because that would be an amazing end to a cold night walking. You didn't get candy as a kid? Oh, that is so sad. Oh, you should treat yourself now that you're an adult. Go to a candy store. Be like, my time has come. Like the turtle from Kung Fu Panda. My time has come. I can now enjoy the candies. I think I just gotta hide behind something. Ah, pickles. Let's see if I make it. Drink. Power through me, power through. But it should be somewhere over here, a bonfire. Maku says, deliciously fresh baked garlic bread with cheese melted in. Excellent addition. Love how we've made it back to garlic bread. All roads lead back to garlic bread, says Kat. This is true. Facts. Prisoners agrees. Curries. Oh, Lord Kooky, as a kid, my dad would say I may have one piece of candy and I'd have one mouthful. See, that's why every kid puts an asterisk on those rules, right? You're like, one, you can have one bite and you pull off the biggest bite. Or you're like, I did an adult-sized bite of candy. So that you can get the biggest mouthful possible. Or you try for one of each candy. You said one, right? But you didn't say one of how many. Alright, where is the site of grace? I know there is one here. Maybe I lost it. I always hate it when you could only pick one, because then it was really hard, especially at the start of the bag of candy. At the end of the bag of candy, you're like, easy peasy. All the good ones are gone. But at the start, you're like, oh gosh. Which one do I want? Which one? Pros of being an adult. No one can stop me from buying all the feel-good, useless stuff. Cons of being an adult. No one can stop me from buying all the feel-good, useless stuff. This is true. It is the eternal conflict that we must struggle with. But if struggling means I have to eat candy, then I'm okay with that. Maku says, one piece of candy buys the 4-foot-tall chocolate bunny. Exactly! You're so optimistic as a child. You're like, yes, I'm sure that's what they meant. I'm sure when Mom said you may have one chocolate, she meant my entire Easter bunny. Maku, this is true. It makes me sad. I think everybody, though, has that moment where they're buying groceries and they're like, I can just go and buy myself a cake. Like, I don't need it to be somebody's birthday. I can literally just go and buy a cake. Maku is sharing that. Speaking of which, best day of adulthood was when I realized chocolate cake, and when I wanted chocolate cake and realized as an adult I could just buy it. Worst day of being an adult was the day after I ate an entire chocolate cake. Further cons of being an adult, your body can no longer process sugars, lactose, highly processed foods like it used to. I bought a cake one time, says Zero. Maku's sibling brain, it's true. Think alike, think alike. That was my favorite realization, says OG Disney Princess. It's a wonderful realization. You're like, if I want to buy an entire box of sour cream and onion crackers, I can. And I can eat them in one sitting. I don't have to, and probably shouldn't, but I'm going to, just because it's the first time I've been able to. It's a wonderful grocery store moment. I thought you guys were going to say that the adult problem is you get there and you realize you shouldn't. And you feel guilty about it. But you guys are like, nope, nope, it's just sheer, I can't do it, not I feel guilty about any of this. I agree, though, with, you finally are able to purchase all these things and then your body's like, I'm going to have the metabolism of a snail. How do you feel about digesting stuff for the next 10 years of your life? You get, self-restraint is for the weak, says Maku. You get to the store and realize the treats are expensive, yes. You're like, that's why Mom didn't let me buy the sugar pops. They're twice the price of all brand. But who wants all brand? You, because now you can't digest properly because you're an adult. I hate the part where you get stuff and you're like, oh, that's why seniors do that. And it's because you're now needing it. You're like, I get why you eat prunes and bran and whole wheat bread. It's all making sense now. And then you're like, a sad moment. It's all making sense now. I think that Zero, you should go online, apply all the things we've discussed. Go online, buy yourself some candies. Be like, the dream will become reality. I shall have candy. I shall buy a pound of gummy bears. No one can stop me for the free shipping. I would have just bought the small bag, but that wouldn't have meant free shipping. Prunes are nasty. It's true. I didn't say they tasted great. I just said I understand now why they eat them. Do you know that there's even prune yogurt? I did not realize that. I don't eat it, but I saw it at the store and I was like, really? I did not know that was a thing. I mean, they don't have raisin yogurt, so you don't really think of them having prune yogurt. I guess you could have chocolate yogurt, because basically that's chocolate puddings. Lots of puddings. Prunes. Spend $15 more to get free shipping, stonks. This is true. You must spend $2. I had one time I was purchasing stuff for Christmas, and it was like, you must purchase 35 cents more. 35 cents to get the free shipping. I was like, that's just cruel. That's just cruel. Maku says, I feel I could have gone through the rest of my life without knowing that was a thing. Mr. Cat, how messed up is your digestive system if you're having prunes with your probiotics? I guess it can get real bad. Zero says, I just buy the 1 liter tubs of yogurt. Yes. Or if you go to like a Costco and you have like, I have 24 liters of prune yogurt. I think I'm going to have to start making gift packages to friends. Curry says, I used to give prune juice to a lot of my patients. It works much better than meds at times, believe it or not. The smell was icky. The color is also bad, but at least prunes are slightly sweet, right? So it's kind of like having figs or raisins. It's better than medicine, that's for sure. Koi says, I made my own chocolate ice cream during COVID period to save money. It was worth it. That sounds amazing. What ingredients go into making your own ice cream? And also, did you have to churn for ages and ages, or did you have a little ice cream machine that you just stir? Dante said, I have made it to Amazon checkout being 7 cents off free shipping. That is painful. I think at that point they should just round up and give it to you. Even the computer system has to be like, I feel bad for you, you know? You're so close. If the currency for your country changes the currency value, you're already over, you know what I mean? I love yogurt. I can't blame you. It's good. It's good. Dairy is delicious. Maku says, I'm having flashbacks when we tried to make ice cream as kids and accidentally made frozen butter instead. This is true. My cousins had gotten a ice cream maker, but because everybody wanted to take turns churning the ice cream, it actually went too far and became butter. And so we had all this greasy ice cream. It had all these little butter pats in the ice cream. It was so gross. And because we'd used all the ingredients, our parents made us eat it. So we were there with this like vanilla flavored butter. It was pretty nasty. I wouldn't recommend it. Don't churn your ice cream too far. It changes states pretty quickly. And it is not a good state that it ends up in. At the time, it seemed like a good idea, but it was not. Reader, it was not a good idea. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Gotta go towards the glowing frenzy. I think I'm on the wrong tier, though. I don't think I can jump from here. Nope. Oh no! It's gonna break my legs! Ah, pickles. I'll go around the back way. That's really gross. It was gross. Like, you are not wrong. It was disgusting. Why are we churning it? Well, you know, you always want to know how ice cream is made. It was cool. It had ice in it. You just basically put ice, and I think it was a simplified one. So it was just ice and milk and some sugar. And I think you could put vanilla extract, and then you turned it with a little crank handle. And of course, as children, you're like, wow, the more I turn, the more ice cream I get. And then you realize, no, you get an awful pat of butter that you have to stick on a cone, and it's not the same. To be honest, I don't think if after that point they ever did it again. I think it just turned them off home churned ice cream. At least making it themselves. They still had homemade ice cream, but not made by themselves. Mr. Cat says, if you have to churn ice cream so it doesn't become a solid block. This is true. Curries, have you ever milked a cow? I haven't, I don't think. I don't think I have ever milked a cow. I lived in the suburbs, so we didn't have many cows. I have a lot of friends who have dairy farms, so they have milked a cow. Milk and chocolate, I can't remember how much I make it. Oh, the amounts of it? Oh, if you could remember that, that would be incredible. We'll have like an ice cream making stream party. Everyone, we're going to churn and make our own ice cream. Enjoy the wonder that is. Maku says they made pickle popsicles instead. Yes, they did. My cousins also got popsicle trays. You know, the old trays where you pour juice in and it makes a popsicle? But they really like dill pickles, and so they decided to make dill pickle popsicles out of the brine from a dill pickle container. But unfortunately, brine has salt, so it doesn't quite freeze, so it ended up being dill pickle like slush. It was like a dill pickle slushy with garlic in it. And they said it wasn't as good as just dill pickle juice. Zero Cobb says you can achieve that same effect by using 2 Ziploc bags. This is true. Just cut a corner off them. Maku says, didn't you at our uncle's house? I did. No, I didn't actually get to milk the cow. Do you know what the other one is? If you don't do, they showed us how cows were milked in like a science fair one, but they used a glove, a rubber glove with a pin prick in the bottom of the finger to show you the proper way to milk a cow. It was farmer day at the school. Disney Princess says, I love pickles, but that's a line I wouldn't cross. It's probably a line that you shouldn't cross. Oh gosh, I forgot these fellas. Oh, Mr. Rat, enough of you. To rat again, to rat again. The world's greatest criminal rat. Listen, I'm almost up to my eyeballs in madness. Ow. Oh, pickles. Virgil smite. Now that's just cheating. They don't want me to go up the ladder. The worst cheat in Elden Ring is when someone puts a message at the bottom of a ladder. So you go like running in, like I've got to get the ladder, I'm almost there, and then instead it just opens up the message instead of you climbing. And you just sit there like, guys, really? Really? Is this what we've become? And they're like, yes, and I enjoy it. I'm proud of myself. I always feel like, do they just sit and watch for people's ghosts to come up to the ladder and be like, tee-hee-hee, they can't climb. Tee-hee. Because like otherwise you'd never see it happen. They'd just be like, I bet someone can't get up the ladder now. Tee-hee-hee-hee. And you'd be like, dude, seriously. Seriously. People can be so mean, says Curious. It's true. It's true. Koi says, message got me once, never again. I had it where I was in a dungeon and I was doing a run back, so I'd like defeated the boss, but I wanted to do a bit of exploring, and so I was just running through everything. So the whole dungeon was chasing me by the time I hit the ladder, which is kind of why they do it. And yeah, message at the bottom of the ladder. All right, let's see if I can get up. We can try. Up the ladder. No, don't knock me off. Don't knock me off. As long as I get up here, the mice can't get me. Got a real rat infestation problem. No wonder you're going mad. They also do it at the top of ladders. They'll be like, I put at the top of the ladder. And you're like, oh, you jerk. Why? Sorry, this may look cruel, but this is the only way to get rid of the madness Sauron eye above this tower. Excellent. We did it. The land has been cured. I am now the Elden Lord. It was that easy. It was not that easy. Excellent. Oh, peace in the land. I bet you they feel better too on the inside, deep inside. All right, now for my reward, for my troubles. Madness is annoying. It is annoying. I mean, it's great when you're wielding it, but it's annoying when you get wielded by it. if you know what I mean. When it's the one that is throwing the bonk stick at you, it is not a cool thing. Do I really want to get my runes? I don't think so. I don't even think I had that many. Alright, so let me pop over here. Alright, so we're probably... Let me see, we got 5 minutes left. I can try riding to unlock the one cave so that next time when we get together, we can do that cave and then we'll be taking on the main boss of the area, the massive castle in the center, the Academy Royale of the Carians. It's this whole big complex. And it's a really cool boss fight. I think you'll like it. It's a very cool boss. Mystery Cat says, VTuber murders local yoga class. Everyone in shock. What happened next will shock you, will astound you. People couldn't believe what she did next. It's true. It's true. It is shocking behavior. I am ashamed. Maku says, I mean, their inside is not outside. So, this is true. Curie says, I had a guy do it to me in the capital at the top and bottom. Oh, that is just wrong. That is just wrong to make you ping pong like that. It is not a cool thing to do. But they will do it. I think someone should do like a skit and it's like the 3 types of... hey, thank you for the follow, Artillery! Welcome to the chat! How are you doing? How's your week been? We're so glad you're here. I think that they should do like a little spoof skit of like the 3 main types of Souls-like players, right? The one that's like trolling. The one who's just like writing messages that are like dog when it's a turtle and stuff like that. And then the other person who's like, here's what you actually need to do. Click this wall to find the treasure chest. And you're like all 3 of these people on an adventure, trying to make their way through the wilds of Elden Ring. We're 2 away, folks, 2 away from 100 followers. Insanity. I can't believe it, honestly. You guys have been so amazing. I'm excited. We should, I'll have to see if I can get an emoji ready for when we're at 100. So I was like, yay! Congratulatory emojis, everyone. We did it. We did it. Celebrations. I'll have to make it a cookie or something so you guys can have some cookie emojis to blast the chat with. Naku says, today 100, tomorrow the world. They shall quake at our passing. Spread cookies across the world, yes. Nothing says I care and gives you a hug on a cold day than a nice, warm, freshly baked cookie. It's a wonderful thing. Honestly, if you go to someone's door, even if they don't like the cookies, they're still going to accept the cookies. They'll be like, well, thank you. I will never eat these licorice prune cookies, but I appreciate the thought. I ate a cookie one time, yes, but did a cookie ever eat you? That is the question. I always like the ones that were ice cream sandwiches with 2 cookies on the outside. The only trouble is I had like sensitive teeth. So when you bit in, you were like, ah! Saru! Welcome, Saru! How are you doing? How's your week going? We're so glad you're here. We're 2 followers away from 100 followers. We were just celebrating how close we are. Ah, you're offering a cookie. Excellent. Excellent. We will grant you an accord and offer you a cookie in friendship. It is only right and proper to welcome a most excellent Foxo with a cookie. How's your day been going? We're just wrapping up the stream, but I should mention for those who weren't here at the beginning, that on Tuesday we were going to do Elder Scrolls Online, but we're doing a little bit of a switch up, and so Tuesday at 2 p.m. we will be doing Pal World. We're going to be streaming a little Pal World in celebration, because I'm almost at 300 subscribers on YouTube, and we're almost at 100 subscribers or followers here, and so I thought it'd be a little fun to do some Pal World adventures for everyone to enjoy. So be sure to come next week, Tuesday, for that. And then, of course, we'll be continuing our adventures in Elden Ring as well. Yeah, this is my plat run. I have never in all my life had a platinum in a video game. And so this is my chance, my one chance to get My very, very, very first platinum. And I really enjoy Elden Ring, so I really want my first platinum to be it. But that means a lot of game. A lot of game. What's Pal World? Oh, Pal World is amazing. That's what Pal World is. Pal World is that Nintendo game that the lawsuit is about, but with crafting, farming, breeding of pals, and also war and weapons. It is Pokemon for adults, let's say. It's an amazing time. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm level 40 now, and I've been getting into the fishing and the breeding farms for making stronger pals, and it's great and hilarious. Saru says, I might actually join you for that. I got Pal World downloaded again, so I'm assuming you're a PlayStation player. I'm actually on PC. I do have it on PlayStation, but that one isn't leveled up. My main one I've been doing is on PC, because I don't have my PlayStation hooked up to OBS yet. I'm learning technology. I'm so far behind, Saru. Curry's account says, wrapping up stream, she says, ma'am, we are just getting started. Let's get this party started. Maku says, Pokemon with guns. It is true. Actually, it's more like Ark Survival with Pokemon. It's you get to survive, but you have a cute little creature that could kill and eat you that is also your sweet little friend. It's amazing. It really is. It's hard to describe until you've played it. I want to play. Sounds like fun. It is fun. And you can play in co-op and multiplayer. I've been doing solo just because I'm getting used to it. Saru says, I'll say this. Minus certain collectibles, most of the trophies are tied to bosses. That's super handy to know. I've done a few bosses. I've done a couple of towers. I'm getting better at the towers. Done some caves. I found both wildlife sanctuaries, and I was actually able to breed a Orzerk, a Shadowbeak, and a Grisbolt. I've been looking for a Grisbolt for ages, and I finally just was like, I'm making my own Grisbolt. Saru says, like in dungeons, with one dungeon hidden in a boss arena right at the back. Oh, that's cool. That is very cool. I like games with a lot of hidden achievements. It's pretty fun. It makes the fun last longer. And you inevitably have to go on forums to be like, where is the last one? I'm so close to perfection. Aw, thanks, Saru. Yes, there are. If you want to know what Pal World is like, you can check out my YouTube channel, where I do have episodes of that, and also some fun shorts. If you don't have a lot of time, you can pretty much get the gist of the main mechanics from the shorts. I am not someone who does... I've never actually played Pokemon, and I've never done survival games, so it is all brand new. So it is someone who has never done its experience learning Pal World, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, awesome! Thank you, Saru. We'll have to coordinate our schedules. I'd like to try multiplayer on it at some point, because I feel like a lot of the places you can build are more for if you're doing co-op, so if you have two teams against each other and stuff. Because at least so far, the raids from within the game haven't been so strong that I've needed you can make machine gun turrets and big walls and all that, and I'm like, nothing's been that bad yet. But I don't know, maybe that's endgame. Maku says, I feel like it would be a great game for a large group server. Yeah, maybe once I get the hang of this streaming thing, we could do get a bunch of people in and start trying to do Pal World. And you can even isn't it you can bring your favorite pals with you? You can put them in a little box so you can carry them across games, so that would be kind of fun. Saru says, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days off, so I'd be happy to join. Excellent. Koi says, I had fun with Pal World Solo. It was fun. It is. I was really pleasantly surprised. I was like, I don't know about this. And then I got playing it and I'm like, never mind. This is amazing. I'm totally hooked. I've done a lot of hours in it. And my pals, now that I found the fishing, I was actually able to do the fishing game, which can be hard for me with my hand movement. So now I've been fishing up all these Pen Kings. I got my first Lunker. My Lunker Pen King, so he's on my team. Maku says, told ya, figured you'd like it. It's right, he's the one that recommended it to me. Zero says, Community Pal World Night. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Maybe in the new year or something, we can line up and everybody get on board and we split into factions, or we work together to build the world's largest anti-raider tower. And then Curry says, I'm free every day at some point, so I'd be into that. We'll have to do it at some point. I gotta first figure out all the technology and stuff for it, but I would love to do that. Get a bunch of us in there and just have a blast. You'll get to see it. For those who haven't played it, you'll get to see a sneak peek on Tuesday. I've got a lot of the major regions unlocked, so it should be pretty fun. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to hear people's thoughts and suggestions. Saru says, but honestly, if you need any streamer help, I'll do what I can. It might be much, but I want to help. Aw, thanks, Saru. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Well, I'm going to have to wrap up here, but it has been great spending this afternoon with you all. Curry says, I'm tech savvy, Kooky. I'm happy to help too. Aw, thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll have to get that set up, hopefully, maybe in the new year. We'll see how things go. We'll see how I do for streaming it on Tuesday. We'll start there and work up. Because I think it would be fun. It does seem like a really fun game to play with a bunch of people. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here for now. Again, we'll be back on Tuesday with Pal World at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Friday with more Elden Ring. We'll be taking on Renala, the boss of this area. Very exciting. Our strength build is working. It's been so good to meet all of you here. Especially all the new follows and friends that have joined. We're so glad you're part of the Biscuit Brigade, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the regular. Know you guys that each of you is important and special, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend with lots of relaxation. We'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.